Good evening and welcome to the FBL Radical Endurance Championship 2022 from Motorsport in Canada. I am James Parfitt and I'll be guiding you through all the action this evening with the one and only Mr. Dean Biggles is here with me tonight, and we've got 21 cars on track, including Damien G, who got a warning earlier that he needs to get fed before he starts the broadcast, and he went and fed himself. So good old Damien G is eating his pre-ritual of food and is on track with us tonight. Last time out, guys, it was just absolutely unbelievable in Nords. John McHutchison taking the victory there with Mike Bruce on second. Alphonse Ruiz in third place last time out. If you haven't watched it back, you should go back onto YouTube. Pick up the video for Nordschleife and then you can sit and watch it as well. Interesting fact, last time out in the RSC when we were here in the Sprint Championship, Paul Crabb took the victory, Mike Busson was second and Dennis Kiriakopoulos was third. So going back to the drivers tonight, Dennis Kiriakopoulos is not here, Mike Busson is here, but Paul Crabb isn't here. So it's going to be an interesting one to see who comes out on top. Can Mike finally get the victory here at Motorsport? It's going to be exciting. Sit back for the next 90 minutes, guys. Grab your drinks, get your popcorn, settle in and get yourselves ready as we're coming just to the end of practice. Right, so there we are, guys, on the live screen now. I will bring the one and only Mr. Biggles into the booth with me. Biggles, how are you, young sir?
Very good, thank you.
Good.
What a better way to spend a Sunday.
No.
Yeah, you said grab your popcorn. I don't have any popcorn, mate, unfortunately, but I grabbed a Foster's.
Oh, okay, mate. Well, that's fair enough. You know what I mean? You grab that. I'd like to start by saying congratulations to the England women's national team who beat Germany in the Euros final 2-1 with a second half extra time goal with about 7 minutes remaining, and they managed to hold on and get the victory 2-1. So a massive shout out to the England Lionesses there. Well done to you ladies. Absolutely stunning job. Did you see any of the football, Biggles?
No,
okay.
Not at all, mate. Oh. But I'm glad that England's finally winning something. So, yeah, good on them.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
obviously the Sheilas are doing the job there. The blokes can't, but the Sheilas are getting it done.
Well, that's the thing. It brings into question regarding pay gap, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Where the English men get paid absolutely millions and winning nothing. And the poor old ladies get paid a fraction of what they do and win the Euros. So, you know, time for a pay rise, I think. Pay review for the women's football teams, please, across the world, because clearly they are good at what they're doing. So we've got about 21 cars currently sitting on track as well. We'll bring you up the race overlay as we're coming to the end of practice. We've got about 5 minutes remaining there as well. Here's the current championship standings as they stand this evening. So we've got John McHutchison currently in first place on 293. Dennis Kiriakopoulos, who's not here again this week, on 228. Eric Hanoi on 200. Stephen Sheen on 144. Nia Gluskic on 140. David Walters on 140 as well. Then we've got Mike Busson on 139, Anders Leliode 116, Alphonse Ruiz 112, Marco Tolman 108, and Andrew Horswood on 101. Daniele Cascado on 99, Graham Brown on 93, Colin Wynn on 90, and then we've got David Rolliston 71, Damien G 68, Sandra Capella on 66, Ivan Bramer on 55, Gary Truby 52, and Joel Amos rounds out our top 20 on 51 points. It's going to be a very fast-paced, action-packed race this evening, Mr. Biggles. You know, they're going around in about 1:11. They've got 90 minutes. They're going to do a fair few laps tonight, aren't they? Let's be honest.
You got to hope so, and they're going to impress Mr. Barney.
Yeah, there he is.
Flag carrier. Yep, we're sorry in there for a second. It's looking good for Mike at the moment, even though it's only a practice session, but the one setting the 111.6, as you said, this is Mike's time to shine, right? With taking advantage of some of the other gladiators not being here today.
Yeah, absolutely. He's due a victory, is Mike Busson. He's, you know, been quite unlucky, and he's definitely due a victory here tonight. Another new person to the race is Ty Kim. Did his first race at Nords as well last weekend. So don't forget that.
And his home track.
Yeah, exactly. And there has been some changes, guys, as well to the schedule. So please check out FBLcommunity.com for all the changes to the schedule. So don't forget as well, guys, we've got 2 fast repairs tonight. 24x limit before they've got to take a drive through, which, to be fair, none of them have hit currently. So that's always good. So yeah, they've got 24x before they go into a drive-through in this 90-minute race. As you can see, it's a very short track. 1:11.6 is currently at the moment from Mike Bousson, absolutely flying. David Walters in second on a 1:11.81 with Anders Liliorde from Team Vikings on a 1:11.97. Really close times. There is literally a second gap there, Biggles, right the way down to 15th place.
Well, that's what you said. It's a short track, so it's going to be relatively close racing. Once again, it's endurance too. As we're watching one of the Team Vikings just to venture off into the track a little bit and mow that lawn for us. Thank you very much. Anders, I think it is. Lily Jort. I'm trying to pronounce that one. That's
Liliorde.
Liliorde, there it is. So
nice, yeah. Anders Liliorde.
Everybody knows I'm the Biggles butcher of drivers' names, and let's have a look at one of the other Norwegian drivers and a replay on them. Eric Hanoi.
It goes off track somewhere.
Yeah.
So there you go. Nothing doing. Here it goes. Coming round. Turn 3.
Too deep? Yeah, there it is.
Turn 3.
That's a repeat, isn't it, of what the other Norwegian driver just did?
Yeah, the thing is...
Maybe that's something to come.
Yeah, mate, they're going to have that. Round turn 1 and up over Clayton Corner 2, they're going to have to be careful on the opening few laps because it is going to be sliding, without a shadow of a doubt. They've got to be careful. In the sprint race, we saw Rob Williams go off there, absolutely damaged his car coming off that thing, because once you start on this corner, you kind of don't stop. As you can see, a big puff of smoke, and Anders Liliorde off again in that precise corner that we were talking about. So Anders Liliorde there going to have to get to grips with Clayton Corner in turn 2 going into the race. So we're just going into qualifying now. So we're going to get ready to go. 21 cars storming down into a tricky right-hander turn 1. You know, Biggles, what are we expecting? Are we hoping these guys can keep it on track tonight?
Always. I mean, I'm sure everybody does, because you don't want to be, out so early. I mean, out of course, having to make your way back and get those fast repairs in, especially when you've got 90 minutes of a race. So it's going to be crucial, obviously, to try to keep your neck clean, keep it out of the fence. Don't visit the fence just yet. Fence don't like to be visited.
No, not early on, with the mandatory 2 pit stops as well on track. So the first one, they've got to take fuel and tyres if they can. The second one, they don't have to take fuel and tyres. That's where John McHutchison comes into play. He gets hold of that little Radical SR8. He fills it all the way up with fuel on the first one, and then on his next one, he generally touches and goes on. Now, it was a bit of a different strategy in Nordschleife last weekend. He did actually take fuel in both pit stops, so we'll have to keep an eye and see what he can do. If you are here in chat, much love to you. Say hi, let us know that you are here. Don't forget as well, subscribe, give the video a big old thumbs up, and turn on the bells for notifications, because you do not want to miss any of the action we've got coming up for you here on the FBL within the REC, because you are in for an absolute treat over the next few weeks of racing. So we're currently here at Canadian Tire. Then next weekend we go off to Circuit Zolder, then on to the 14th. We're in Biggles' home track at Bathurst, and then we go.
Yes.
We have a little bit of a break, partly because on the 21st of August is my birthday, and I decided I'm not broadcasting on my birthday. So we go. No, mate, I'm not going to do it. So we go to the 28th, where we round out the season at Interlagos and crown our Radical Endurance Championship. Don't want to broadcast on my birthday, man.
Yeah, it's all right. We give you the day off. You're allowed.
Thanks, mate.
Bathurst, ho, ho, ho. Love it. Yeah. And I'm surprised. You said we're Nordschleife last
Yep, last week.
The long? How many laps did they get in that track?
90-minute, 6.5-minute laps. So
Yeah,
it was about
6.5. I thought
13,
it was about 13.
14 laps, yeah.
You can't do it in 6 minutes. Is it the full?
Yeah, no, it was only the actual Nordschleife. It didn't include the stadium section. So it was the 154 corners they had to do.
Okay.
And then they did it in about, 6:18, I think the lap times were. So these guys were absolutely flying. So
Just like David is flying, I think, at the moment, right up the top of the timesheets. There is 114.36, but that's because they just started to get times in. Replaced immediately by Miadea, and then Tay, the Canadian drivers, top the time of the sheets there. Take him, and this is his home track. In fact, we have another Canadian in there of Stephen Place. So they grew up around this track. They should know every nook and cranny, as they say, every little corner, every chicane.
Yeah,
Played in the sand trap when they were kids. I don't know.
Mate, you would have thought so, wouldn't you? I do. The thing is, I do love this track in this car because you can have a good old go. You know what I mean? You can really go at it in this track with this car. Not so much in the SR10. I'm not great in the SR10 around here. John McHutchison is in YouTube chat. Hey guys, hey mate. Aren't you on track for qualifying, John, or you're just sat chilling out?
Yeah. He's text to bot, voice to bot chat, whatever it is.
Voice to text
I tell you,
chat.
drivers have to do that. Yes, exactly. Steve Place looks pretty good, and Tay looks like might even be going because you can see the purples next to their name. I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen doesn't place himself to the top of the timesheets with that lap. And he should. No, yes, it is. It's just come in. Yeah. But yeah, no, there is a bot out there, guys, and you voice to text, so you can be chatting to us in the YouTube channel whilst you're driving, if you want.
Well, I couldn't. I don't know about you.
It's multitasking, my friend. Your mouth is not on the wheel. You're right, unless you're driving with your mouth on the wheel.
Yeah, no, I can't do that, mate. I have to concentrate on one job.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have to do one job at a time, mate. Otherwise I get confused. Otherwise it all just goes wrong. We'd like to have a mention as well. Last time out, now this season, across the both championships, Sandro Capella, the owner, the boss, the organiser, the general dog's body, the man that does everything within the FBL, does not have a great broadcasted race. John McHutchison put plenty of time. As we see Alfonso is. He's got plenty of time, apparently, to set his laps.
Yeah.
So Sergio Cabela is not always good, right? He doesn't have a good broadcast race. We don't know why. He gets broadcast nerves, and he can't actually blame us for this time, because that ain't actually us. But last time out, in the Nordschleife, he finished P6. I think, to be honest, that was probably his highest. I'm pretty sure that was his highest finish of the season. So, massive shout out to Sandro Cabelli there. Hopefully for another
Should we just not put the camera on, Sandro, at all?
No, we didn't. We didn't last week, to be fair.
Yeah?
Yeah, we didn't.
So then you can't get camera shy if we don't put the camera on you.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're going to have to keep it off, Sandro Cabelli.
Marco sneaks in between the both of them, the number 29 car, and sneaks up. Once again, the two Canadians are on the top of the timesheet. Now they're 1 and 3, but showing home court advantage is paying off at the moment. At least for qualifying.
This corner here on board with John McHutchison, that top double right-hander, so tricky on the entry. Uphill braking as well, off the camera to the right. Such a difficult turn to get right. You know.
Shouldn't the steering be on the other side of the car as well, too, mate? It's a left-hand drive, not right-hand drive.
Blame iRacing, mate. But I am also aware that John has altered, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he sits in the middle of the car, which for me would throw me right out because I wouldn't have a steering wheel in front of me if you're sat in the middle of these cars. Like,
you can change your camera, can't you? For
you can change the camera, yeah. So, So don't forget as well, guys, as we said last time out in Nordschleife, John McHutchison was first, Buson second, Alphonse Ruiz was third. And so if you want to go and check that out, please look back through the YouTube videos and you can see the Nordschleife, the round of the race that we were talking about, because it was an incredible race. So definitely go back and have a look. It is currently on the FBL YouTube channel, so you can go and check that out. Join the 405 people who have watched it already. So there we go.
As we're on board with John. I'm just keeping an eye on his water temperature there on the dials to make sure that's all good. His oil pressure looks good.
Yep, nothing breaking yet for John McHutchison.
Because it doesn't update, everybody is aware of that. We can't. He can see that, of course, but we can't.
We
that
just
would
get
be
zeros,
very nice,
don't
would
we?
it? Yeah, the other drivers out there would be, or the spotters would be relaying all that information immediately, wouldn't it, to the drivers and letting them know if somebody has problems, what their fuel is, and jazz like that.
Yeah.
There's Daniele is going bang up on top. Yeah, 1:11.8.
Absolute flyer from Daniele Cascado here. Definitely been putting the laps in. We do have 22 cars on track. Graham Brown has joined us as well, I believe. So he is in the session. Sandro Capella, no time on the board yet. Whether or not Sandro is going to go out and qualify, I believe he is on track. As is Eric Hanoi. So no times for them guys. As we're coming to the last 6 minutes of qualifying. Drivers have only got 6 laps. So Ty Kim has done his. Cascado is coming to the end of his. Ivan Bramer is near the end of the 6 as well. Buson, Tolman, Gluskick, Place. Rolliston's just starting his 5th. Walters is on his 4th. So is G's finished. Bjertnæs is also finished. David Tamira is on 4. Rue is on 4. John McHutchison only done 2 laps so far. So he's got all the time in the world to carry on and get the rest of these points.
I love his... I think the man's very proud to be Scottish, because look at his lovely livery there.
Yeah, dude, it's incredible. It's incredible livery that he's got going on. But so is Mike Buson's as well. Mike Buson's livery is an exceptional livery as well. So
and he's liking the first sector. Purple right there for Mike. Yeah, very British. He's probably very proud to be a Brit today, my friend, knowing that you're, once again, your English women's football team got it done. Can he get it done to say and get that car up on top? Beat the local hero there. I'll take him. Let's put it on pole provisionally.
Well, let's hope so, mate. He's due a win, I think, is Mike. And I think that's the thing for Mr. Buson. He's due a win. He knows what he needs to do. So...
he goes up the P2. Keep an eye out for John now. He's replaced the fastest sector as we're looking at the moment. He likes purple. The car's got purple in it. You need purple in those timing sheets and get yourself up to the top there, John. It's going to be pretty close.
Oh, 6th.
Oh, 6. Not a little error on the 3rd sector then.
Yeah,
that's 18 thousandths of a second, but then again, that's 18 thousandths of the driver ahead.
We had an incident last week with David Walters. He massively jumped the start. Right, huge, absolutely huge jump. Obvious to everybody at Nords as well what he did. And message in chat says tonight that, from David himself, just figured why I jumped the start last week. The clutch on the car wasn't even assigned. So he's gone to put his foot on the clutch to rev the engine, hit the accelerator, and the car's gone forward. In a big
somebody sabotaged his clutch pedal.
Yeah, so poor old David Walters there.
Yeah.
Absolutely getting done.
So how did he get it into gear then?
You can have auto blip and auto clutch. Auto blip does it all for you. You don't have to clutch every time you change gear, because obviously these are on sequential paddles. So you can just paddle up and down. But if he's hit his clutch and then hit the accelerator, nothing's happened. The car's just gone forward because it's being accelerated. So he needed to assign his clutch to allow for his clutch pedal to obviously stop the car from jolting forward. But obviously David didn't do that. And that's why he jumped the start massively at Nords, as we're on board with Eric Hanoi here. He's still got 3 laps to go of their compulsory 6 as well, guys. So here tonight. And it's the turn of Motorsports. If you've ever driven this track, you will know what fun this track is around that beginning sector and the end sector. That double right-hander at the top of the hill. not so much fun, but it's a good, fast-flowing track here as we see Eric Hanoi. He's got to get a time on the board currently at the moment. What has he done as he goes across the board? Oh, 1:12.24 puts him up into 14th place, just ahead, 1/10 ahead of Damien G. John McHutchison again, Biggles, got purple in his car, purple in his sector times.
Yeah, but the middle sector, this is he made a little bit of a mistake, I believe, in the third sector. Let's have a look once again. Doesn't look like he's going to improve too much on that. That 3/10 off. We have Mr. Ivan and out there. I want to in the chat there. Hi guys, how are you? Hope you are all good. Have fun and good luck tonight. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Mr. Bramer, who's currently in 6th in the timing tower here tonight, has jumped in YouTube as well. So much love to you, Ivan, as always. It's always good to see you in. Not so much when you're driving, young man. Do you know what I mean? Let's.
Yeah, he's 6th currently in the qualifying, so he's done his. That's the 36 car. So yeah, you got a bit of midfield start, mate. Good luck on that start. Obviously, approaching those first couple of corners is going to be all about keeping it nice and clean. Yeah. As that sun is starting to set a little bit. And what are we looking up for local time here that we are racing?
19:29.
Yeah. 7 and well,
7:30.
Half 7. So yeah, if we're looking at how long for a race again? 90 minutes. So
90 minutes,
yeah, that sun's might start coming into your eyes. You know, it does play a little bit of effect, doesn't it, on some tracks there when it blinds you?
Yeah, definitely on that one. Just been notified here as well. We've got a 1 second gap between P1 and P16. 1 second gap between P1 and P16. So this is going to be incredibly tight tonight, guys. So as I say, sit tight and enjoy. And at the moment, the man who's leading the championship is currently down in 9th place. And he's done his 6 laps. So that is where John McHutchison is going to start down in 9th. That's going to be a different scenario for John. He's used to being on pole, used to flying away Biggles, but he's got 8 other cars in front of him who he's got to do battle with.
Got to earn your paycheck today, mate. That's for sure, don't you?
Oh, mate.
Out there.
Yep.
See out there. Because take him, just obviously it's pole. I don't think anybody's going to take that away. Sorry, Sandra, if you are. Good luck. But that's take him. So the Canadian looks to be the one starting on pole, which is always the best, that you want to be going into the corner and not have to worry about having to slam your brakes a little earlier to avoid hitting somebody. It's unfortunate because Steve Place had some really early, the other Canadian, some really early up the top of the timesheets, but he's been pushed all the way back down to P13, which, as you can see, is about half a second off. That'll be it for our qualifying, I believe. Sandro and Eric.
Yeah, just going to
finish theirs.
Finish off before we'll bring you up the grid of this 90-minute race, guys, as well. You are in for an absolutely treat. There's myself and the one and only Biggles here in the booth with Tyler Oldham in the back doing all of our production work. A stellar job for him. John McHutchison's gone down to P10. Eric Hanoi's just popped it up into 6th place. So John has got a mountain. I reckon Biggles is going to do his normal trick, fill the car up with fuel on this first pit stop, run as long as he can. He's got to. There's no other option
if
for
it
him.
Works, yeah. Obviously, you'll be a little bit slower per lap, but then it'll save yourself a pit stop. And a pit stop around here will cost you what sort of time are we expecting?
Roughly about, with a pit lane time as well, probably about a good 54 seconds.
Okay.
It's still quite a difficult entry. It's literally on the last corner, the entry. So, yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful as we see Eric Hanoi pull over, and we'll wait for the results to come through.
But that's a lot of time then. So, I mean, even if you're dropping almost half a second a lap down on pace, you still, I mean, that's 50, that's even more. That's less, that's 60, 70, 80 laps, whatever you'd have to make up in a pit stop.
Yeah, exactly.
So, seems like a pretty good strategy. See if anybody else will do it as well.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, if Ty Kim gets away, there's no reason everybody shouldn't be doing it, to be honest. So, right, guys, the grid is up. And here we go. We've got Ty Kim in first. Stefan Sheen in an amazing second for him. Well done to you, Stefan. Mike Busson in third. David Walters in fourth. Daniele Cascado in fifth. Eric Hanoi sixth. Ivan Bramer seventh. Anders Liliorde eighth. Marco Tolman ninth. John McHutchinson The Scot is down in 10th place. Nia Gluskic in 11th. Alphonse Ruiz 12th. Stephen Place 13th. David Rolliston 14th. Damien G 15th. Christopher Boyetnes in 16th. Sergio Cabela 17th. David Tamira 18th. Gary Truby 19th. Graham Brown in 20th. And Frederick Rezadik down in 21st place. What a mountain to climb for John McHutchinson. Unbelievable. 10th place. He's got a mission, Biggles.
Well, that's what you get. That's what you get paid the big bucks for, to get your car home. So now it's going to be all about that grueling 90 minutes of just focusing on your braking points, focusing on the cars. Don't focus on Barney, but focus on the lights because they're about to start.
Here we go. The lights are on. The lights are gone. And we are away. And Stefan Sheen has got the start of his life as he zooms down into turn 1 in first place. Ty Kim in second. Buson in third. Cascado in fourth. Hanoi fifth. Walter 6th, Brian is 7th, Liliorde 8th, Tolman 9th, Gliad Gluskic down in 10th. He's jumped John McHutchinson, who is currently in 11th place. And Stefan Sheen, no major incidents, no major problems for these guys. Nobody lost it in turn 2, and Stefan Sheen has got a flyer, Biggles.
Fantastic launch, of course, isn't it? Straight off there. Already got a bit of a gap. Have a look at David Walters that we're seeing at the moment. It's dropping 4 positions, so he didn't have the very good start there. The 888 car, that's the one, that's the white car. And another gainer would be, I'd just say Gary back in P15's gained 4 positions, but and 7 had been lost from the Spaniard 666 car in P19, so must have been an early incident there.
Yeah, Alphonse Ruiz down 7. We'll bring you up the gainers and losers very shortly on the timing tower on the left-hand side. There you go, as if by magic. Sheen's up 1, Kim's up down 1. Buson's where he was, Cascado, Hanoi, Bremer, Liliorde all at 1. Walters down 4. No movers between 9 and 11. And place Rolliston.
Early pit stop.
Oh,
early pit stop
in.
From. Yes, I just saw him go in there. I was like, wow, that's early. I mean, that's a lot of fuel to take on at the end.
Man, I wonder if he's still on quali fuel. I wonder if he's still on quali fuel and he hasn't put enough in. Because that is
could
now
be an overtake up here too. Oh, there's a bit of bumping and grinding at the moment here. That's David. You're right. And look out behind. That's the 888 car. Oh, there's definitely elbows out, and this is all battling for about the P6 position. You can see there, 7th, 8th.
Yeah.
It's also Marco there behind, I believe it is. If not, oh wow, yeah, it's getting spicy already. Remember, guys, an hour and 28 minutes still to go.
And we've got Liliorde going around the outside of Tolman as we see one of the BSR boys, I believe that's Truby, off at the tricky right-hander, which is turn 5 of Moss, and he's currently there as well. John McHutchinson, bit of news. Maybe it's a strategy to get clean air. So maybe he might have jumped onto a fast repair as well. Did a 1 minute 27 second stop. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one with John and see how that one pans out. Let's have a look. Here's Ruiz.
Yeah, this Ruiz has dropped a lot of places, I think. And they dropped 3, so what happened here? It's bogged down. There it is. It's completely bogged down. Look at that. He's kept it, luckily, but it's just frustrating, isn't it, to see everybody just drive past like that. But that's just what happens, you know. And you get a poor start.
Yeah, he went down the order.
Oh, there's an accident as well.
Oh, that's Ivan Bremer. Oh, have a look back and see what Ivan's been up to very, very shortly as we jump onto the battle for 10th place with Gluskic, Rolliston and G. G sending it around the outside. He's going to look at the inside of 5. Into Moss we go. That is the flying Englishman, Damien G, up into 11th place. Oh, Cascado's all over the grass.
Yes, we saw a few people going off around there. And that's very unfortunate, as you can see there, the damage that we did have there from Ivan Bremer. Maybe he was texting and driving. Hopefully not. No,
hope not. David Walters making a move inside Marco Tolman. He's jumping up. He's got 2 of his positions back as well, and now up into 6th place. Here is the Bremer incident going down into turn 1. I've got this funny...
Is this out on the grass?
No,
there it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to buff out.
No. That's a fast
Did you
repair.
see there was no damage to the rear wing until it just slightly tapped it right towards the end when it backed up a little bit more. It's quite amazing. Anyway, fast repairs are allowed, so he can live to see another day. Steve Place, we're on board with right now. And he's gained 5 places, so the Canadian's liking this course. Not so much to the other Canadian, but I'll take him. But take him is still in P2, just losing that 1 position.
Yeah.
See what Steve can do. We're riding on shotgun Steve right now, looking pretty cool, calm and collective in that helmet there.
Yeah, not bright or anything, is it? Not bright and beautiful like we have seen some of the guys' helmets. He's just plodding along with his, you know, green into red kind of helmet, sat there chilling in his car, doing his job.
Unloose that nitrous bottle a little bit there, mate, and just boost it up a bit. I don't know if it is a nitrous.
No.
Is it a nitrous bottle? It has to be.
Could be a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, okay.
What do we reckon?
I'll swap it out for a nitrous to tell anybody.
What, give yourself an extra boost to the bottom?
Yeah.
That would be quite funny. Jumping on board with Buson now is pressurising Kim. You see the gap is 0.2. Buson fastest man on track currently on a 1:12.083 and is doing an absolutely stellar job. Here's that tricky turn 2. You got to aim for as close to the left hand at the top of the hill as you possibly can get that car. But I tell you what, Stefan Sheen is doing a stellar job there as well on track currently out in front and leading by about half a second over these next 2 cars. But here comes Buson. It'd be good to see.
Yeah, it's going to be looking behind. I'm just keeping an eye out too from John's pit stop before. Now I'm looking at his lap times. 1:12.35, so he's got it down. He was in the 13s before, but now he's just dropped it a little bit, and he's setting some fast sectors as well too. So if he'd take a whole bunch of fuel on, it hasn't affected him, but he is in P19.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried for Mr. Bramer there because he's coming across the start-finish straight in turn 20 as we see Place and Tolman go at it side by side, leading us round into the turn 9. S's Place taking that inside line. Can he get a better exit of the last corner of turn 10 as he goes racing down into turn 1? Place and Tolman having this absolutely epic scrap. This is the battle for 7th and 8th place.
Goes a little wide there as well. So don't get too far onto that grass. We've seen what happens. That's because of the entry into before that corner. You see they hit the chicane a little bit and it just lifts the car up, and that's what pushes it out very wide.
Absolutely, they're going to have to be careful. Realistically, these guys have an hour and 23 minutes remaining. Do you know what I mean? They've got time to really pick off their places, but it's trying to tell racing drivers, Biggles, not to race.
Of course, mate. How many times have we said that, haven't we? Try to tell people just to relax and calm down. They're like, no, car, go.
Yeah, we saw it last night, didn't we? Was it? Yeah, last night in an epic touring car league that we do, and it was, well, that just was unbelievable. So we're on board with Hanoi as he's chasing down Buson, who's chasing down Kim, who's chasing down Sheen. 4 cars together, all within a space of 1 second. Then a 3.1 second gap out to Lily Orde in 5th place.
You can see when the car's downshift up there too. So when the you can see that downshift when the flames start coming out of the back of the car. So it's got a bit of an indication, isn't it, of when they're changing gears, I'd have to say. As you can see, it's flickering, I'd say, matching to every gear shift change. We're up to 5th gear right now. Down a little bit of dipper and then braking a little bit to the right, 3rd gear. This is where you would hit that chicane there, and there's a double right-hander, which is fantastic if you get it right. And you lose a little bit of time like he did just then, Eric. But we're talking about milliseconds, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, that corner is the maker or breaker of this lap. If you can get a smooth run, get your 2nd gear change at the top of the hill without causing you any problems, you can come out of the corner, get the car lined up like an absolute rocket. As we can see there, I believe that was David Walters in front, making a move past Lily Orde. So David now up into 5th. He's only 1 down on his grid. He's getting them places back from the 4 he lost at the beginning. So
yeah, it's a poor start, but that's the thing too. He's got no paint on that car. Literally, it's all white, so it's reflecting all those photons, and might be a bit lighter as well too.
Maybe. Never really thought of it that way. He might be a few grams lighter without the few grams of paint that everybody else has whacked on their car. But it looks like we've got a couple of battles here. Place trying to make the move on the inside of Tolman, unsettling him going around turn 3 as we drop down the hill for the fast left-hander of 4. Then up again the hill into the double right-hander of Moss, which is turn 5.
Just keeping. If we get, maybe if we get a chance too to have a, if we get another replay of something that might. This is an overtake here. Look at the speed coming out of the entrance. Now you got to commit to this downshifting. Yep, and get back onto the racing line, and that's job done. And almost an overtake in the background as well. Yes, it is.
Yeah, Sandro Capella managing to hold off Cascado there. Graham Brown and David Tamira down in 16th and 17th place. They're having this absolute epic scrap as well. Brown's going to try and take Tamira around the outside of 8. Bought better of it, slipped back in behind. That's the old Benetton colours on Tamira's car, isn't it? The old Benetton Racing F1.
Yeah, it is. I just noticed that. You're right. Yeah, the old livery of the Benetton. Back in the day of F1, in the 80s.
Yeah, I do like
90s,
that
90s and 80s and 90s. Well, Michael Schumacher drive that car.
Yeah, it was the Schumacher era, wasn't it, in the Benetton at that point? Before then, he was tied up with Fisichella as well, wasn't he, in his team and stuff as well. And then I remember watching a clip.
It's Eddie Irvine, remember, owned that team, and then he found Schumacher, I remember, and then they traded Schumacher off to a quicker team.
I remember watching a clip recently on Twitter, and the title said, if engineers were like they are back then to what they are now, and it was Fisichella's engineer, and the engineer come on the radio, and he turned around to Fisichella and went, "You are 2 seconds slower. This is not good enough. You cannot be 2 seconds slower than Michael. You're in the same car, same equipment, and you're 2 seconds slower. What is going on? Up your pace," he was going to Fisichella. And you can just imagine now Bono telling him, going around to Lewis, "You are slower than George. What are you doing in the same car?" Oh, Graham Brown off.
Graham's a bit slower into the fence right now. There's some damage. Just have a look what happened to Graham Brown, unfortunately. Moving matters, well, mowing lawns.
Oh, this is Tamira going in 8.
Was there contact?
Yes.
Just a slight tap at that speed, of course, and just slow crash into the wall, but that's definitely something you have to box and use a fast replay. John, keep an eye on that 18 dot now on the track map. He's starting to catch the rest of the pack. He's been putting in some quick laps. He has the fastest lap. That's John McHutchins. That's 111 point. He's lapping 111s. High 111s. That's quicker than everybody else on the track, as the leaders are lapping low 112s.
Yeah, exactly. He's absolutely flying currently, as John McHutchison as well, up into 17th currently. Gary Truby is past Gary Truby. David Tamira is next on his list. So this should be an absolutely interesting one as we pick up the Tolman, Liliorde, Place battle. Oh, Place just sent it. He sent it through. Oh! I thought he was going by FedEx Airmail then with Stephen Place. He sent it from that far, so far back on Marco Tolman. He's gone round! Oh, yep. Place is in the wall. If we can pick up on Stephen Place, I think we'll see him having a recovery.
That's a casting curse right there, I'd have to say there. I was just about to say he was going to lick the stamp and send it, but that's a little bit too much sending it. And there goes John McHutchins, actually. It goes straight past it at that point. And we also got a chatter out there saying, James!
Hey, Joachim, how are you, my man? Welcome in, part of the Norwegian contingency that has joined the FBL. It's more the Nordic FBL League at the moment. We've had so many of the great Norwegians join the league. And, Joachim has come in as well, and a few others. So, welcome in. Oh, I see Place just hit the curb on the accelerator. Just unfortunately put it into the wall. So Joachim, welcome in, my man. Thank you so much. Where's everybody else from Team Slow-Mo? Where's Ola Bratton and Glenn and Batman, sorry, as you guys call him. Where's old Batman? That'd be an exciting one if Batman's getting in. As we can see here, Tai Kim opened up a bit of a gap to Hanoi, about half a second. Bruson's taken second place away from Kim as well. He passed him at about 12:52.35. So if we could have a look at that, Mr. Producer, that would be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. 20 cars still running. Oh, Marco Tolman does not look pretty.
No, he's blowing it up.
It's blown up.
Well, like you got a fast repair. So that'll take you some time there. Yeah, that's just, he's blown it up somewhere before there.
Yeah.
Down the main straight. Maybe he forgot to shift a gear. And the old girl just gave up. You know, just speaking, you said something about Batman before. I'd actually think a Batman livery would look amazing on these cars. It would seat like a Batmobile.
Yeah. This is the Boost on Kim battle. This is where Boost...
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Kim got loose.
Too much speed
Yeah.
coming out of the corner and kept it, but pointing in the right direction. That's the main thing, but lose a place.
Yeah, exactly. Ola's at work, but the rest are at Phillip Island. Why are they at Phillip Island? What are they doing there? Here's Marco Tolman going to get this car back. I don't know. Here's John McHutchinson going to make it past David Tamara. Tamara opens up the door. That allows Hutchinson to look at the inside of 8. Here we go, side by side now. No contest. John
Taking
McHutchinson.
candy from a baby, unfortunately.
Oh,
it looked
mate,
like
yeah.
that, sorry.
I mean, the thing
Yeah,
is with
I mean,
David as
he's
well. he
lapping,
moved
remember.
over. Yeah, lightning quick.
Yeah, he's lapping a lot quicker. Some of the leaders now, well, Mike's actually responded. Mike's doing 11s, 11.9s in P2, trying to make sure he catches Mr. Sheen up the road. And it looks at this pace, he will be.
It's going to be an interesting one here because Stephen Place has just come out of the pits in front of John McHutchison. There's Tom, and he managed to get it back before the car went complete puff. So he'll be able to get his fast repair in without the tow. Mr. Robert Williams, good evening, young sir. Hope you're well. Where are you tonight? Why are you not here? You haven't got work tomorrow?
You're not in Phillip Island, are you? Do everybody else?
No. I don't know what they're doing at Phillip Island. I'm going to wait for you
Yeah.
to tell me.
That's a long flight
Yeah,
from
man.
Europe down to Phillip Island.
Would look great, but not for broadcasts with license with Batman livery. You know.
All right.
You can adjust
Just
it.
an idea.
Yeah, you can adjust it. Give him bunny rabbit ears or something instead of his normal bat ears, and then you haven't taken copyright. Change one
Put the Joker
thing.
there instead or something like that.
Oh, the Joker livery on a Radical. That would look amazing. Unfortunately, we're going to be jumping into the SR10 next season. And I dislike that car with a passion, as Mr. Rob Williams will adhere to that, because we do talk on a weekly basis, and I despise that car. As we see Lily Orde just send it up the inside of David Walters, and got the job done. As Lily Orde up into P5 with a 6-second gap over the front 4, which is still about 1.2 seconds apart. So this is getting spicy with 1:13 remaining.
Just checking some messages there from race control and that sort of stuff. It's all good. My wife just said, remember to take out the laundry. I mean, take out the trash and do the laundry. I said, yes, boss. No. I don't have a wife, mate, so it's all good. I take care of it myself. Just for myself. Yeah.
Hey,
I think it's probably your wife, mate, asking you that.
No, I've got a wife, mate. Well, practically my wife, mate. We're not in. Oh, Truby!
Oh.
Gary Truby with a big off. And that's on the exit of 5. And I can guarantee he's hit the curb on the exit, hit the accelerator, and put the car into the right-hand wall. There's the curb. There's the accelerator. There's the wall. Boom. I'll tell you what, I should have a Mystic Med crystal ball, shouldn't I?
Yeah, we should put that wall on report, mate.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit feisty with our drivers this evening.
Get him on the stewards, as we can see G here pressurising the back of Gluskick. Damien G looking calm, cool and collective in his photo at the bottom of the screen. But he's probably far from calm. I'm glad he's eaten. It seems to be a Damien G ritual that he needs to eat before he comes onto the broadcast, onto the race. So I'm glad he's eaten.
Maybe eating while you're driving if you want.
Well, you could do, but
Down the straights.
Yeah, I've tried that, mate. My dinner goes cold. And it's never good when you're trying to cut something up. As we can see, G and Gluskick going almost side by side. Mr. Williams, you need to find love for the James for the SR10 is great. No, it's not. Do not like it. Hi, boys. Sorry, where is Ivan Bramer? Ivan Bramer, unfortunately, was involved in his own undoing around on the exit of turn 1, and he stuck it into the wall and is currently in 16th place. So Ivan Bramer down in 16th place here, as we see Cascado now over the hill or 2. Did he manage to hold it on track as he comes up to Sergeant Capella? Got a whoa!
Yeah, big lift off. Ooh.
Oh!
Straight back to the pit lane.
Straight off there for Cascado. Got to agree with Robert. It's different, but it's great. Quite agree with Joachim. Last 4 laps are interesting. No, stop, boys. Stop. You're not going to change my mind. As we can see here with Mr. Capella as he goes over the hill of 2, dropping down into. Oh no, he's over the hill at 4, coming into double right-hander of 5.
Keeps it in the right pointing. Yeah.
Keeps out the
I
wall.
thought we're not supposed to put the camera on him. Remember?
Yeah, don't point out. Sergeant Capella. Look at his front 4. Sheen, Buson, Kim, and Hanoi have not changed. You know what I mean?
Well, let's get spicy at the front. I think, Bushan's started to really reel. He's been reeling in Sheen by a little bit per lap, but this is it. You can see P4, P3, and there's P2 and P1 up there. So this is a nice 4-way squad one. You got 7 seconds down the road to go, Mr. David Walters.
Yeah, and he's battling with Anders Liliorde currently. And then we got a gap to the 7 and 8 car of Glue-Skick and G. They're locked in a battle. And then 9 and 10, which is Ruiz and Rolliston. So there's little pockets of battles. And then if we look down at 13, which is David Tamira, he's being chased down by Capella and Graham Brown. So, there's like pockets of battles all over the place. Yeah, sorry, Milo, to bring you the bad news, but Ivan Bramer put it in the wall himself. As we see Björknes here, he's coming. Oh, that's
he
Truby.
kept it, but there's somebody coming out of the pit lane, I believe, at the same time.
Yeah, that's
not mistaken. Yeah.
Truby.
Oh, they both done a synchronized. You see that? Have they both kept it? I think there was a spin.
No,
they have.
They're both going.
Oh, that could be the not iRacing, not top 10 highlights right now. Synchronized off-track moments. You love it when they do that.
Absolutely. We'll have to try and clip that one. If anybody's about, I could clip that last little bit here with Björknes and Truby. That would be absolutely amazing. They both survived as well, so well done to them guys.
Yeah, you got to, because I've been featured. So far, I've been lucky to be featured in every single one for the last couple of months, so let's make it again.
Yeah, so what do we do? What we got to do? Just send it into the Biggles, have we?
Yeah, there's some forum or something like that for the not top 10 highlights. You can also do the top 10 highlights, of course, if we do get some fantastic highlights. But that usually put that in the not top 10.
Oh well, we'll get the producer Tyler hold him. While he sat in the director's box pressing the cameras, he can have a search for the not top 10 highlights. Say that one when you're drunk. That'd be a quite complicated one. As you can see here with Kim still chasing down Buson, still chasing down Sheen. Slowly coming off the back of Eric Hanoi. He's dropping off. John McHutchison, another fastest lap on the race with a 1:11.86. Oh, Kim there goes in so deep.
Look at the focus on his helmet as well, too, for the Canadian. It's nice. He started on pole, remember, he's just running in P3 with that pressure behind. You see that pink glow around the cars too as we're in the evening here. I hear about 8 p.m, and there's damage from Graham Brown.
Oh, again. Poor Graham Brown. Went off earlier with a battle with Tamira, I believe, that was slowly bent up his wing, and then he's coming around 4.
He's still driving with that damage. It's amazing. There it is. Seen that a few times.
Truby?
Yeah, somebody else.
Can we have a look at the Gary Truby at 20:02.40, please, boss?
Yeah, there it is. Right on cue, our producer.
Yeah, he's got his finger on the button.
Yeah. Is this going in too deep on the outside here? Yep, we've seen that a few times. And
he's
straight. Yeah, net code, and then that's and we saw the spin before. Yeah, exactly. That happened just so. There's the top 4 still.
Okay.
And that could be a move now from Mike. He's getting anxious. It's Mike in P2. He's trying to find a way around Mr. Sheen, but Sheen's not going to make it easy. We've done that. We're almost 30 minutes into our 90-minute race, so almost 1/3 done. Some people have made pit stops, most of them not because they wanted to, just for fast repairs. But obviously, we do remember to look out for John McHutchins, as you said, because he did make that. I think it's just a normal pit stop. Has the fastest lap as well. He's lapping at 11.69 on his last lap, and he's running in P11.
It'd be interesting to see what he can do. Joachim, thank you very much for that. You're an absolute diamond. I will try and submit that into the not top 10 highlights. As we can see, Alphonse Ruiz here. He is followed there as well, I believe. Oh, he's got off in 5. So easily done, that corner.
Yeah,
that corner
that's
so
where I'd be
tricky.
standing right now. Oh, there's a massive accident here. We got a car upside down. But that's the Golf livery as well. Something's happened here. They must have come together, or somebody spun and tagged, because they're too spaced out, I'd say. Yes, it's come back onto the track, and unfortunately, the better time was all the right colours on that one. He's on the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, both drivers, obviously, the other driver would feel bad about that, but what can you do? It's called physics. The car's got to go in one direction, and you need some sort of boosters to jump a car at that point.
Yeah, Sandro Capella had one great race in Nordschleife where we didn't focus him at all. Had a look at a couple of his off tracks, and now, unfortunately, the curse of the broadcast race for Mr. Capella continues, and is now, unfortunately, in the pits and dropping down. He's down in 17th with Tamiro's 18th and Truby, who is 19th as well. All them cars obviously being towed back. So there we go. The battle up front here is on your screen. Sheen, Buson, Kim and Hanoi, as these four gladiators go locking at the battle. Lily Orde is also involved in this as well. Oh, there's Waters and Lily Orde. Oh!
I thought that angle, yeah, that angle coming into the corner was just too deep, and then try to get the power down, exiting out of that, and just spun up the rear end. A little greedy on the loud pedal, but still keeps it pointing in the right direction. Here's an attack. Finally, maybe, I have to say, from Mike. You said Mike really wanted to win this race. Deserves to win a race soon. Well, getting the job done like that is one way of doing it. And the 55, that's Stefan. Stefan Sheen's just dropped all those places from first out of fourth. One out little mistake. Let's see a replay of that again. What happened?
I don't know if he didn't. I don't know if he made a mistake or Kim just sent it on him.
Yeah, so he's here focusing at the moment because we've got Mike coming up to the left. And Mike will be on the very left-hand side as he's downshift. Yeah, he's aware of it, of course. And then allowing the space, trying to slip back in behind.
Watch, here comes Kim.
And this is a... Yeah, there it is. I think that was contact, maybe. I don't know.
If there was, it was very minor. But do you see the double correction on the steering wheel? As he went to turn right, Kim's on his inside. Kim literally come through from absolute nowhere. And poor old Stefan Sheen now has lost all his positions and is down the order. So
yeah, but still, lucky to still be on the track as well, so they could have gone all pole shaped.
Definitely.
And if you're, you're still up the road here, about 8 seconds from P5, and he is making a run. Remember, Kim started on pole, the local Canadian. Just backs off a little bit on that one.
No worries, Joachim. I think we may have managed. I think producer Tyler managed to clip it as well, so don't worry too much, mate. Stefan Sheen.
Oh, there's a run.
If we can
Stefan,
go back to Stefan Sheen.
Oh, his contact is off.
He's gone. He's in the barrier.
Yeah. Oof. I thought that was very dangerous in that corner there, because you hit that chicane on the inside. You go so wide out there. That's what's happened. And then probably that's the reason why that's forced that car to be pushed
he takes the curb on the inside here.
Yeah.
The gap's open.
But this lifts the car up, slides it. Yeah. He tried to overcorrect it, but at that speed. Oof.
What is his steering doing? Not too far off.
Yeah, it's a little. Well, he's turning here anyway, so.
He'll probably go into the pits now anyway, take his pit stop like he normally probably would have done around about this time anyway. So whether or not, he's down in fourth. Still in front of David Walton, still behind Hanoi. And he can get the car back into the pit. So I suppose on the upside, Stefan Sheen has not lost out too much.
So we're down to 4-2 now. It's in a space of a couple of laps. Remember that four-way battle they've been doing for about 10 laps easy has now turned into just a 2, and there's 2 remaining.
Yeah, David Walton.
4 into 2.
Yeah, it's just cleared. Sheen, Lily Orde is in the mix. Sheen's in the pits, which is what we predicted. So Stefan Sheen going in to get his car repaired after that sensational accident he had in turn 1. So he's in and up and running. We'll bring you back down with John McHutchinson. He's also locked in a battle as well further down the order, so we're going to have another look at that as well. There are your gainers and losers on the left-hand side. Damien G up 8 currently at the moment, Biggles.
I'll take that. I'll take anything that has a green arrow next to your name. But then again, if I was Kim, I wouldn't be minding you just that one place lost, because, you're right behind the leader. So any opportunity, of course, some pit stops will play. And look at that man on the move once again, Mr. John. He's got a smile right now. He's sitting next to his lovely lady, and she must be impressed with the driving he's doing because he's made his way back up into P8 after his early pit stop.
Yeah, he's back in the running order now, into 8th place, so it's great for him to see how he gets on. He's got the next one on the dinner plate for John McHutchison is Damien G. 3.7 seconds up the road. So Damien G there, the Englishman versus the Scotsman, Biggles.
Oh, where have you heard that?
Where did we last night?
They're all under the United Kingdom flag, so you're all united somewhere along the line?
Well, yeah, I'm sure you probably ask a Scotsman whether or not he wants to beat United. You might get a different reply to an Englishman, you know what I mean? Let's be real about it as Buson goes
on track, everybody's the same, regardless of that flag next to your name. You're all in the same equipment.
Yeah, you want to tell the drivers that, mate. See how they go. See how you do with that one, and you let me know, because I'm pretty sure you might get some disagreements. So there you go. Buson currently out in front as well. The Englishman there with English all across his livery. Kim in second. The Canadian, the Norwegian of Hanoi there, and then the Englishman is David Waters. Lily Jorde from Norway. Gluskick from Bosnia Herzegovina. Is that right? I think that's right. So
you have one job.
One job, yeah. You say.
Oh, so David Walters has gone in. That's the 888 car, right on cue. Yeah, fantastic director.
Coming into that area as well. Yes, you should be able to post a link. Actually, I can post a link anyway. So let me do that.
Yeah, that's right. In the permissions for, just so we don't get all that hot tub spam out there, because we've seen James in a hot tub before, and we don't need to see that again.
No.
I always say too, if you're getting a lot of spam in the channel, that's actually a good thing. That means that the bots are looking out for your channel because it's getting popular. And there's a link. Thank you.
No, you know what? I thought about what you said, and I was like, no, me and Hodge does not go well.
It was hot enough the other day, looking for a run up there, the 66 car straight through there. So I don't think there was too much of a fight that was put up there by Christopher.
Yeah, no, I think that's Ruiz lapping Sandro.
Lap. Yeah, you're right, actually.
So yeah, him and so he was lapping Sandro. So there we go. This is a Gluskick G battle. All the while, John McHutchison 2.44 pulled out a second down the road as he's coming up with the lap car of Marco Tolman. There is Marco there in the orange and black. He is just about to be lapped there by John McHutchison. G and Gluskick have got to be careful here because that Scotsman in the back is a flyer.
You don't mess with a flying Scotsman.
That used to be a train.
Yeah, I wish we could go to Singapore for a race, mate, because on that infinity pool in the Sands Bay Marina, I'd love to sit up there and cast in the pool.
Oh,
the race, because it's so hot right now where I am, and I'd be like, I'll sit in the pool right now casting if I could.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I haven't got that track scanned, so we can't go there. Kim's looking pretty close once again to Mike. Very close, actually. Might be making a run at Mike now. Take him. I think hovering around that one. They get close to about a 1/10, but decides not to do anything about it. And look at the speed here at the moment, because remember, Mr. John, he was lapping in the late 11s. Now he's down into the flat 12s.
He's going to be up with these guys very shortly. He's got to clear Tolman first, and I don't think Tolman's going to give too much of a fight. So I think he's going to clear off and out the way so John can catch up. Miami Marina. I want to sit on a blue floor, says producer Tyler in YouTube chat, who clearly is not busy about that.
Blue floor.
A blue floor. Was there a blue floor in the Miami race?
There's a spin. Oh. And gets out of the way, thankfully. Yeah.
Is that Bramer from HRT? It is, yeah, he's off. He's just gone round again. Ivan Bramer.
And he had the fans out there as well, too. So, unfortunately for your fans. Oh, there was contact.
Contact with Lily all day.
Yeah, that's the second time now, hasn't it? Somebody else has been an unfortunate victim of somebody's spin.
As we see G making a move on the inside of Gluskit now as these guys go up into turn 8. Damien G got the inside line. Gluskit's going to have the inside for 9. G's got to back off and let him through as he's trying to take it too wide around the last corner. And here, Gluskit's in the pits. I thought we were in for an epic last corner.
Yeah, exactly.
John's back in the pits as well. So John McCutcheon for his second stop is back in the pits. So,
did he get? I wonder if he got damaged from the very start. I don't know if we ever get a break in the action to probably go back and have a look at his race start to see if he did cop any damage, because remember he boxed on lap 2, I think it was, essentially.
Really early. We can have a look.
I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot for the director to scroll back through, but obviously at this time, a lot of people in the pit lane right now. Look at this. I think right on cue here. Here we go.
Let's pick up John on that one.
John. Yeah. There he is. Now, he bogged down a little bit. Not too bad. But he must have got, I mean, that was a really early pit stop, and we thought it might have been his fuel strategy, but in this case it's not. He's gone back in the pit lane.
I do wonder, though, is maybe the hint from the producer was right, that maybe he was trying to clear fresh air. But he has dropped himself all the way down into 12th again on the second stop, so...
That's right. So he gets the job done there. Good clean overtake. Upshifts, maybe, and I didn't see anything in the incident reports, so...
No, I didn't either. All I saw was him go into the pit, so I wonder if... I thought he might have been fueled. I thought he might have been on his quali fuel, but doesn't seem like he's got any problems there. As Walters and Liliode are nose to tail, and in front of them is Gluskik, Brown, Ruiz, Rolliston and Hanoi are all in the pits there as well. So,
yeah, the Merino wasn't put in time, so they painted the floor in Marina colours. That's right. Good call, actually, yeah. One place I might move to in the future, actually, once I depart from Panama at some point soon, I might move to Singapore. Got to get a nice job, but first it's expensive to live there.
Yeah, why not Miami?
No. Yeah. I've been to Miami quite some times. No, I like Singapore. Plus, it's closer to Australia, mate. It's only like an 8-hour flight to go back and visit the fam.
Oh, look at you.
Whereas the States is 24 hours. Huh?
For us, that's like a trip and a half for us, UK.
Yeah.
As we see Buson in the pits for his first of his pit stops. Brown's in, Places in, Truby's still in and have been in there for a while. Currently been in for 14 minutes, so unless Truby's used both fast repairs, I'll be very surprised. So message in the back, he didn't take fuel on the first one, so it's possible that he fills up now and goes to the end of the race. So there you go. Let's see whether or not McCutcheon does that.
We're just under an hour in, so there's still a lot of racing to go. So we're just over a third through, and yep, there's Mike coming out of the pits now. Glee is entering the pits, Damien Glee. So Take Him still stayed out. The man that started on pole is currently back on pole, the Canadian.
Yeah, that's Damien G.
Yeah.
As well, in fourth place in the pits. So Damien G there as well. Coming out of the pits still in fourth. And he's up 11 places. So an absolute stellar race. Stellar first section of the race, I should say, for Damien G. Be interested to see what he does from now on.
So look, I think he's going to come out right now because you can see Mike is 40-something seconds. He's exiting the pit lane. Look at that little track map giving an indication of where they are. And that should be... Well, he's in the pit lane.
Yeah, he's in the
so
pit
we'll
lane.
keep an eye on that. Look at the 2 on the top of the map. And that is Mr. Mike.
Pit lane times are varying between 46 to 51. John has done his normal trick. He's a minute 10 filled up, so he's done now. That's it. He shouldn't have
He's
to
out.
do it.
He's out way ahead.
Kim,
a massive gap.
Yeah, Tai Kim is back out now. Mike Buson still in second. The 40 seconds. 13 seconds, I was going to say.
He's gained 13 seconds in that pit stop. And no one tooth and nail. So does he have enough gas to go to the end? That'll be the question. I think there was there a crash before with Marco, I believe, but we'll keep an eye. Yeah, right on cue, I think it is, and that's. I was actually about to mention this before, and I completely forgot that I've been seeing Marco go very wide earlier when we're watching that battle with the top 4 before, And he kept going off into that area there. I kept seeing all the dirt be kicked up. And I think at the moment he's pushed his luck a little bit too much.
He has. And we got a message from Daniele Cascado. Why he exited the racetrack so suddenly. His VR failed again.
Oh, I've heard that a few times now. There's a bit of squabbling going on.
So his VR failed again, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's happened a couple of times, wasn't it? I mean, remember the other event that we did the other day, the 24-hour Spa, when the VR disconnected briefly for one of our fantastic drivers. It's, the VR world, it works fantastic sometimes, and other times it puts you back to reality, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. It just turns off on you, and next thing you know, you don't know what the hell's going on. So there you go. Damien, and it says Anders Liliode, Nia Gluskick, Stefan Sheen, and David Walters here, locked in this battle for currently 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So be an interesting one to see how this one materializes, guys. Here, this is currently your closest battle on track. Don't forget, John McCutcheon's second stop, done. Minute 10, field to the end. And away he goes. Tolman's still in the pits. Place is still in the pits. Truby's still in the pits. So I'm guessing their fast repairs are finished. So we have to see how that one happens, I think.
Yeah, 18-minute pit stop for Gary, unfortunately, still sitting in there as they're getting the rubber hammer out there and banging that car back into shape. 5-minute pit stop so far for Steve Place. 2 minutes and change pit stop for Marco. We saw there before that accident. So, yeah. Now, you said there was 2? I thought there was 2 quick repairs.
Yeah, they are, but we try and pick up as much as we can. So we maybe missed the point of Stephen Place using it twice. I know Truby's been in the war, so maybe he's used both of his. We'll just have to see as these guys go racing down now into currently the final corner of the racetrack. 4-way battle, Liliode. Then we got Gluskick. Then we got Sheen in the middle, car number 55. Then we got David Walters in the all-white. And they're all chasing down the poor Englishman on the Kosh up front is Damien G. He is currently there in the BSR. 14 BSR being chased down by this pack of rabid wolves chasing down after the poor old Englishman.
I think they're rabid Vikings, mate. They're back again to invade England all over. They've done it before, and they're going to do it again, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah,
at least on track.
Liliode, the man from Norway, pulling up right behind the Englishman that is Damien G.
They didn't conquer the Scots, but did they? I don't think anybody could conquer the Scots.
Oh, he's going to go around the outside of 8. No, mate, the Scots are a tough old bunch. They're the only people I know that have a 2-week celebration for New Year's Eve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, we couldn't need it today because they could party, my friend.
I thought that was going to end badly. Liliode making a move.
Don't speak too soon, mate. Don't speak too soon.
Oh, Sheen, stay off that
driving
curb.
Like this. It's fantastic driving, and you want this to continue all the time. But, there is a law of averages. Something might go all pear-shaped soon.
Yeah, you got a 5-in-1 chance that one of them is going to make a mistake. The problem is, if the person at the front makes a mistake, that's 5 people involved in that incident. So we can only hope Damien G does not make a mistake.
You're throwing a whole bunch of pressure on Damien G if he's listening to the stream going, I didn't think about that. No, I think he's made a little error coming out of the corner. He has! That's it! You've done it! You've done it! That's another commentating curse done for the day. Thank you very much, James.
Oh, Damien G, I'm sorry. Please don't DM me telling me with your, death
Somebody clip that too.
Oh. Oh dear.
There was the same thing. That was actually one of the top 10 highlights, I believe, for one of the other racing leagues that we're a part of. When one of the casters was talking about how great this driver's been, and it was, he's been improving, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden he spun.
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, let's get a clip of that one as well, if we can, of me talking about how fabulous Damien G was doing to not make an accident, and then all of a sudden he goes off in the top of 5. So
Can we get a replay of that? Here we go. Right on cue.
Oh no,
I think this is actually no.
Oh, no.
Owen's friends out there are going to be sitting there going, oh, Owen, again. Same place. Deja vu. And we have a replay right now of, here we go, of James's casting curse 101 lessons.
No, this is the thing is, this is where we were talking about where they were really close together, you know, and saying that, you know, let's not hope he makes an accident because there's 5 cars going in here. And then all of a sudden he comes up to the top of 5.
Yeah,
and away he goes. So.
I just caught a glimpse of that, yeah. Hey, Damon, you're listening.
Yeah,
please mute us. Oh, there's a run behind here as well. Is that just lap traffic? No, they're still right. 2 for now.
Yeah, David Walters up in 7th, currently chasing down Gluskick in 6th.
David's sitting there going, please don't talk about me. Please don't talk about me.
I'm not saying a thing. I'm not saying nothing.
It's going to be hard to cast if we can't talk about any of the drivers.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, we're going to have to make things up, mate. We'll just talk about something completely different. Because at the end of the day, at the moment, you know, it's not been a good night for the commentators, and, well, for me, actually.
Yeah, you know, they usually come in 3s, mate. So 2 down, 1 to go.
Thanks, mate. Well, anyway, here's David Walters chasing down Gluskick. There you go, over to you.
Well, we've still got Steve Place in the pit lane for 10 minutes an hour, 23 minutes for Gary. It's been sitting there for some time. They're trying to bang that car out. And I'd like to see if they still get out there and try to, you know, get some points, of course. It's crucial because there's still 44 minutes left in this race. Still a lot of pit stops from some of these gladiators to go. I don't think anybody's going to be able to run to the end just yet on a tank, but I don't know.
I think John
Is a run
might.
Between both of the Norwegian drivers here. So Battle of the Vikings.
Yep. Stefan Sheen and Liliore side by side into 8. Liliore takes it, I believe. Is it going to... Oh. But the same situation again. Liliore, Sheen fighting. Gluskick, Walters catches back up again. So,
yeah, obviously you do fighting. It's going to cost you a little bit of time. And that could bring Mr. Mick Hutchinson back into play, of course, because John's starting to catch David as well, too, a little bit further back there for P10. So all these battling helps everybody else, including Mr. Damien Lee, who's just a little bit down the road from this battle that you're watching.
I'll tell you what, if Damien G don't send you a message saying, Mr. Biggles, it's not Glee, it's G.
G. Sorry, G.
Not Glee.
Yeah.
Glee's
I'm
a
getting
TV
all like,
program.
oh, that's both of them. Oh, yeah. Oh, hitting the chicane a little bit too hard. It's going to hurt your back.
Isn't that TV program Glee?
Yeah, it is. That's probably why I related to that. My apologies. 3-way battle here. Don't you blink. You don't want to miss this action.
Oh, they're not. They're not.
They're going to try it. Oh, he had a
Oh.
I'd have to say that's clever because that could have just turned all wrong. You'd be sitting in that pit lane right now for a bunch of time. Good exit. Might want to take the split. No, he's compromised it. And look at that. Sneaking in the background there is Mr. David.
Yeah, David Walters jumps him up into 6th. Liliore backed out of that battle so amazingly that you just saw his car go backwards. It was like...
Yeah. It's at that speed, isn't it? Just a tiny lift and, yeah. So he's John doing what John does best, I'd have to say, is probably another overtake.
Yeah, going around the outside of probably David Rolliston. It is Rollo, yep. Job done for Mick Hutchinson and is currently in
Scotsman's on a charge once again, as you'd mentioned earlier.
He's got the William Wallace blood flowing through his body and is currently shouting, "They may take my 10th place, but they'll never take my freedom," as he carries on racing.
Absolutely. Oh, somebody clipped that one, so I'm sure he'd love that. Lots of clips going around. Let's see if they can be clipping maybe an overtake happening.
Oh, no, he's
on the outside. That's too deep on the outside. Oh, that's actually, no, yeah, that's Stefan Sheen. I was actually looking at the other battle. I'll get a replay of that, of course we will. There's a fantastic director. Looks like there might have been an overtake up the road ahead. No, there's not. Keep off the grass out there, mate. That's been dangerous. Let's have a look.
He's coming into 8 currently at the moment.
Yeah, all by himself. Oh, yeah, it's gone out too. He wanted to get a great run, so you get a great exit, but unfortunately just snuffled the entry point, if that's a word.
Snuffled?
Snuffled.
Maybe.
I don't know. I come up with new words every day, casting, mate.
It might be. Who knows?
Scuffled. Messed up.
Scuffed.
I need to, yeah, I need to. Actually, my coach had actually told me, like, Biggles, you got to get more words into your vocabulary when casting. So I need to actually do that, print them out and put them up next to the screen. But anyway.
Don't know.
It's for another day.
Yeah, get your
But guess what? We still have Mr. Take him leading this race and by about a 15-second margin as well after that brilliant pit stop. Whether or not he took enough gasoline to go to the end be another question. But yeah, remember he was right next to Mike. They were battling it out tooth and nail and took that pit stop, and now Mike's now back 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think Kim is going to get the job run on here. Biggles Bingo. Yeah, we could do that. Write down a list of words that we reckon you're going to say.
Bingo. That reminds me, I think, of the Boston Celtics caster that used to cast for years, and he always used to go bingo every time somebody would score. Yeah, I've used bingo actually a few times.
Have you?
But I haven't used it in a bit.
You obviously haven't played bingo over, what we're talking about then, because I think
I go back to Australia or go play bingo with my parents every once in a while.
people can shout number 22, and you know what I mean. But I mean, Tyler's referring to see which words you say during the broadcast, and then we can tick off the words that we've written down. So we can play bingo, and we
got 40 minutes to do that as well, remaining in this race. And you can see the sun is setting. Well, the Earth's rotating away from the sun. The lights have now come on. Right on cue. Did they just turn on right as I said that?
I think so, because I didn't see it before. So well done you.
I have foreseen the lighting.
I'll tell you what, mate. All these crystal ball moments we're having. Currently, at the moment, it's 8:30.
This will go into this will get a little darker for sure, because, at least about, I think, in the UK as well, too, about 9 o'clock in the evening, depending on what time of the year it is. Usually when that big ball of nitrogen and helium will disappear.
Oh, no.
Oh, not again. Not again, Ivan.
No,
Ivan. Almost the same place. And I was about to say, he almost avoided that barrier. Him and that barrier, I swear, they're not going to be exchanging Christmas cards anytime this year.
No, and I think that's probably the fact that he's been in a couple of times. I think that's probably his 2 fast repairs done. For poor Ivan Bramer there, so I think
we'll have to give him a Sharpie, mate, so we can sign his name on that wall.
Oh, mate, yeah. Get some Nordschleife graffiti going on.
The new wall of champions, I'd have to say.
That and turn 1. That turn 1 has been causing a whole heap of trouble as well. So maybe the drivers should leave some autographs on turn 1.
I know. Here he goes, a run. I know, mate. If we do get to cast any of these events live, I know where I'm going to be sitting on the track for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be up in the casting box, but sitting right in that corner.
David Walters trying to come around the inside of 8, goes around the outside of 9, tucks in front of Glooskick, and that is a job done for David Walters. He's now up into
you know what that is? That is bingo, my friend.
Absolutely.
He licked a stamp and absolutely sent it. Delivered on time every time, Mr. 888 David Walters.
Do you know, I'm interested to see where John McHutchinson pops up, because if we can bring up the gap from the leader down to John, I don't know how much of a gap he's actually got, so I think it would be a bit of
he's
a
lapping 1:12.6, and Taze Gim's gone in. So he did not have enough gasoline. Now, 15-second gap, that's definitely not enough, but where's he going to drop back out here? Is that going to be around probably, I'd say, where Mr. Gee is? Damien.
He's going to be either near G or between
G.
Get
it all wrong.
G. Or between Ruiz and McHutchinson here. As we can see Lily Orde having a good old scrap with Glooskick as they're coming up into 8 as well. The fast right-hander, you can take it too wide, but only just. Glooskick's going to have the inside for line. There's got to be contact there. Yep. Slight contact. Glooskick survives. So does Lily Orde. They're coming into the last turn now of turn 10. Before they go racing down, Kim has dropped down the order. Buson's gone past. Hanoi's gone past. Walter, Glooskick, Lily Orde, Sheen.
It's that pain when you're in the pit stop, isn't it? Hearing the car's going zoom, 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 and that's a place every single time you hear it.
Yeah, Gene's gone through as well. He's on his exit now. He's out in front of McHutchinson.
Ooh, that'll be spicy, won't it? Coming to play a little bit later. There's John going down the main straight.
He is currently 6 seconds in front of John McHutchinson. So there you go.
And keep an eye on that for sure. Because, once again, Tate Kim has been putting in some pretty good laps there before the pit stop. So even John wasn't matching that pace at this point. And you can definitely start seeing those headlights start to reflect all around the place. And Heyday said he regrets not taking the word bingo in Biggles Bingo.
Oh. Well, there you go. He's probably got a list of other words that he's got. So we'll see what you can come up with. As you can see, Lily Orde here with Gluskick and with Sheen, who went off there and then ran wide and managed to hold the car going in the straight direction. That's why he's still going as he is now. But David Rolliston's not going at all.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah, and he get it. Did he come? No, he was. Oh, he's on the racing line too, so that's got to be waiting. Very nice gentleman to. It's very frustrating, because you want to get on that power immediately, don't you, and get back on track, but then you got to realize there are cars coming around, so if you have a spotter, of course, they'll be letting you know. Here's another run on the outside. No. And the Wii Fit. Oh, it's almost like a Wii Fit car, isn't it, that livery, but it's not.
No. It's going to be a tough one here as well. David Rolliston's just had been involved in an incident, and again, so has Mr. Sandro Capella, and is now in the pits. So Sandro, Ivan, Stephen, and Gary Truby are all currently sat in the pits.
I think David's had a crash here. No.
Yeah, this is the Ruiz incident.
Yeah. Is this another one?
No, it's got to be the same
yeah,
one.
that's out there, and that was the one before too.
One.
Yeah, he has to wait for a few cars to come through. But I don't know if David actually had a crash at all as well.
Oh,
David Rolston.
No. Turn one, outside curb into the wall.
We were not going to go to Sandro. Oh,
Turn
no, this
one,
is the same wall there. That wall right there. I mean, sit right on that wall if you want a great view to this racing event this evening.
I don't know if
obviously keep your legs inside out the barrier. I
was just about to say, keep your legs over the wall, because trust me, you aren't going to want to get hit like that.
Yeah. Be a great place for a camera photographs for sure. Here's David's accident. I saw that, and moving matters. Whether he's moving in the right direction here, I don't think so. That's out wide, yeah. But I think he's kept it. Yeah, he's kept it.
So
That's good. You can see all the marks on that corner as well, too, where people are going around.
Damien G's in for stop number 2 and has dropped down the order into 12th currently at the moment, but there are people in front of him who have not pit stopped twice. So
1/3 of the race to go, mate. So Mike and Eric and David all up the top.
Yeah.
You're thinking about whether they will have to go for another pit stop soon.
Yeah. Sheens, Brown, Bjertnæs, Ruiz, Rolliston, McHutchinson have all got no, because even McHutchinson's done 2. So it's up to David Rolliston in the moving matters. Currently in 8th.
Yeah, there's somebody in the box as well behind. Yep. I'd have to say there's no way they're going to go to the end on one stop.
No,
I don't think so.
They've got to take
if Mike can't,
second anyway.
if John can't do it, and John is usually like the fuel master himself, he took 2 pit stops, so I doubt it.
And they got a mandatory 2.
Oh, okay, you got it there, right there. So that answers the question immediately.
Yeah, so they've got to take 2. Kim goes through on Lily Orde. Hutchinson goes through on Lily Orde. Does Rolliston...
Yeah, yes. I want to keep an eye on Kim and John. So John's last lap at 12 flat, and Kim's at 12:47. So he shaved about half a second.
Oh, Lily Orde is going to drop down below Graham Brown here. And can we pick up the Lily Orde exit? He is literally any minute.
Oh, did he tag the wall coming out?
No, but
I think he did. No?
Oh, I don't know, but he may have gone over the line.
I thought the rear tagged the wall. I'd be curious about that, but here's, once again, these gladiators are at it 2 for now.
Waters and Gluskick still going at it round turn 9. I'll tell you, that's such a dangerous place to be trying to go at it there. I wouldn't want to go at it at turn 9. That's insane.
I wouldn't want to be in the car with you going at it turn 9.
No, mate. Don't ever. If I ever come and we meet up somewhere in the middle between Panama and the UK, which is probably is it the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah, somewhere in the Pacific, mate. Maybe we'll go Hawaii or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe
mate.
Midway.
I'll jump on a parachute, mate. Get my life jacket on, and we'll just bob around in the water. It'll be all right. Yeah, don't jump in a car.
We'll float to the big plastic island somewhere there if we need land.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll jump.
Still in the pit lane as well too. Gary's still in there. They're punching that 36 minutes. Steven's still in there. Stevens probably could be in the local Canadians, probably sitting there going on the grandstands and signing all the autographs while his team's fixing his car. Why not? And Iwan, of course, he's been in there for 8 minutes now. I was surprised that Iwan hasn't been there a lot longer because he's been there. Oh, saved. who was that up the road? That's a 9.6.
This is Liliordo.
Yeah, 9. Yeah, Liliana. Wow, that was a fantastic save. You're getting flashed, I believe, as well. Is he?
No,
Can't
I don't know
see.
if you can. I don't think
yeah.
you can. Can you?
Oh, the different racing lines here.
Yeah, you
Is
can't.
he going to climb up through here? Ah.
No. So this is Graham Brown and Liliordo. Brown's been involved in his fair share of incidents. Sheen's just been off track behind them. You can see him there as well. Stephen Sheen has just taken a little bit of a diversion going up into 5. G was on a flyer and now is 19 seconds away from Sheen. So working out that he is currently 1 minute 1 back from
I'd say these, these top two of Mike and Eric, they're starting to get some pretty low, like late 11s and low 12s. And that indicates to me that they're really on empty tanks now if you start putting those lap times in. So I would expect maybe a pit stop from them soon. Where it's the third of 3s the way through this race at the moment. So 30 minutes to go.
Yeah, Buson there. 1.3 seconds ahead of Hanoi currently at the moment. And Graham
Somebody's
Brown.
boxing.
Yeah, Gloose kicks in.
Box, 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 box. In case you missed box the first 2 times.
Yeah, he dropped that radical as well. Big puff of smoke coming out from Gloose there as well. And he's going to lose a good chunk of positions here. Kim.
I have a towel on my head right now. That's how hot it is, mate. I can imagine how it's heating up in those cars.
Mate, I'm sweating out like a trooper. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm just seeing where Gluskit drops out because at the moment, Rolliston's gone through.
Keep an eye on the track map there. You see there's a whole bunch of cars in the pit lane, but yeah, keep an eye on that. That's the 9 you see on the track map.
He's going to go down below Damien G.
He's going to lose 11, 12.
He's on the exit now, but these guys have already gone past. Look, as they go down past the bottom. Where is G?
Yep.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big bump on the exit there. That's probably what I noticed before. They didn't hit the wall. There's a big bump. So yeah, he's back out, but he's got clean air, which is important to get your job done.
But you have got the 2 leaders coming up behind you.
Here we go. Walters has gone in. Here we go. We expect some of this. So Kim's going to get this position back, of course. Take him, who was leading this race. And we've got a replay of what happened here to David. Was that a bad entrance?
Yeah, he had a shocking entrance, I think, mate.
Oh, lucky. Oh, wow. What a dramatic way to get an entrance into the pit lane. He does have a little bit of rear wing damage.
Well, if you're going to get on the broadcast, you might as well do it in style. That's what I say.
Absolutely. I tell you, mate, he's got no, barely any livery on the car, so it's shaving all the time there. He's, no stickers. Stickers cost you a little bit of weight.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. He's literally just gone with a trade and plate sticker. It's like, that'll do. Cheers, mate. Cheers, guys.
Oh, you don't miss him. That's the thing, isn't it? Bright white car, done.
Well, you don't miss anything.
It's better for his safety rating as well, too. As you can see, Meg's in the pit lane because, generally, I think the rule of thumb is a white car will increase your safety driving at nighttime as well. Let's have a look. Oh, he's gone really wide. Maybe we should stop talking about the man. Oh, no.
That's you. Somebody clip that. That was Biggles.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
I was complimenting the man.
No.
But it might be minimal damage there.
Yeah, but that's coming out of the pits, and he's gone into 2, 4 bore. Look, he hasn't slowed down.
He's also had a car to the left, so he's let that car through, and that's compromised his racing line there. Yeah.
Does he keep it
so
out?
I guess doing. No, it's slitted there. It's doing the right thing. Doing the right thing, letting somebody through is probably throwing him off, unfortunately.
Yeah, but David Walters should know that he's got to take turn 2 if he's coming out on cold tyres. He should know that he's got to slow that car down. Regardless.
He knows now.
Right, he does now.
I think.
Unfortunately for him, he should have known. But Graham Brown is up. He's in the pits.
He's in the pits. So this means we're going to keep. Obviously, this is Ty Kim because I think Ty Kim could definitely win this race at the moment for sure. Because Eric's gone in from P2 now. We know Mike's going to have to go in. So that and Ty Kim, he's got that gap. He's been lapping quietly by himself, which is perfect. The Canadian driver, he wants to win at home.
Oh no!
But is he going a little bit too deep here?
Oh no!
Oh, what a save! And that's going to allow that man in the background, of course, Mr. John. So John doesn't have to take another pit stop, and here we go.
Ruiz unfortunately didn't save.
Yeah, the Spaniard.
Alphonse Ruiz.
Disculpe, mi amigo.
Coming into turn
Disculpe.
5. Yep. Too fast. Way too fast.
Oh, yeah. And there's nothing you can do. You're a passenger at that point. You can't turn it even.
Way too
much
fast
speed.
for Ruiz. I'd be surprised if he doesn't drop in.
So Eric's gone in. What will happen here? That's Eric Hanoi there. There's David. Where is David? On the track. There's David going past, and that should be a overtake. What about Christopher a little bit further down? I think that's as well.
No,
and Sheen, maybe. He could come around where Sheen is.
Who's that?
Oh, no.
Eric, okay. Eric Hanno's back out on track.
Yeah.
In 5th. Rollo's in 4th. Good old David Rolliston there, but he has only made 1 pit stop. McHutchinson and Kim are now locked in a battle close together. Ruiz is in the pits again. It's whether or not he's taking his fast repair. If he has, he's been involved in the wars, so I'll be surprised if he comes back out at the moment. Damien G's just gone past him, so G's back up into 11th.
So we're looking for pit stops here. This is interesting because Mike has to come in.
No,
and
I don't think he does.
He's done 1 stop, but it's mandatory 2 pit stops.
He's done 2.
Oh, yeah. I was saying 1 stop at the moment on the screen.
No, John McHutchinson. Oh, you're talking about Mike. Oh,
Mike.
Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mike's
done 1.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Where will he come out? I mean, we're looking at a 50. Yeah, he's going to lose maybe P4. That's where he's probably going to. He has to probably do it soon, too, because, you've got to lay enough time to get some overtakes done.
Yeah, he needs to come in with 24 minutes remaining. They've got to take it with 10. So if they can take it with 10 minutes remaining.
But he's not going to be able to gap 52 second, I say, average to. He's going in now, right on cue. He's like, Biggles, just wait. I'm going in now.
The question is, he needs to get, where was his pit box? Because he needs to get that car stopped.
Well, I'm seeing if he could get out ahead of P4, where David is in P4.
I reckon.
And mind you, David in P4 has gained 10 places. So, but then again, David has to box.
I wouldn't be surprised here if he's coming out near these guys.
Yeah, you want to either clear him, you don't want to be in the middle of it.
Mate, he is having kittens about now. These guys are coming around the last corner. He's still there.
He's definitely going to drop. I know he's going to drop P1, P2.
Mike.
There they go.
He's out.
And so will he get that P3? I think he will.
Yeah.
Mike will get that P3. But he's going to be a little bit further down the road. This is the key. Look at John. Look at John, mate. He did have the best qualifying performance, 8 positions gained. He has the local Canadian driver of Tay Kim, who started on pole and currently isn't P1, but now has a very feisty Scotsman looking in his mirrors. And that's going to be a bit of pressure. But I tell you what, mate, you have the probably about 5,000 Canadian fans around this track right now cheering you on.
The interesting thing is when we get him in the booth at the end is to find out what the beginning was about, because that was a bizarre beginning for John to go into the pits that early.
Most likely it's looking like we're going to get a chat to him. But as much as I love you, John, I do want to see Take him win this race, of course, because I always want a local to win a local race, of course, at home. But I tell you what, is going to be really struggling. He was matching the pace of John, so it's not like John's so much more quicker.
No.
Kim made that mistake, remember, early, and went off the grass a little bit and dropped that little bit of a time that he had to John, and that's the reason why they're so close. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that one, because they don't have to box again. This is going to be a straight fight to the end.
Yeah, well, we know. I think John doesn't. He went in with about 57 minutes remaining, so it should be good.
Mate, he's got some good Scotch whiskey. He can throw to the back of that tank if he needs to get a little bit more out.
Yeah,
I can't think of any great Scotch whiskey or something to refer to right now.
Glenfiddich.
There you go. Sponsored by?
Sorry?
If you're listening out there. Oh, this is... Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do right now.
Oh, Johnson looking to go
Just
up
take
the
him, want to give it up.
inside of 8. No, Kim's
I
not
think
gonna
he
give
might
this.
have to back off.
No. Kim's going to send it into 9.
Nice. All right.
And then he's going to hold it into 10. There you go. He had
Good.
the problem is he just had to drag his accelerator a little bit more there to keep that power on. He knew he could take the corner, but he had to keep the power on to allow John to give him room.
So, producer, can we get a over the wing? I'm going to see an over wing there from Kim, looking back at John to see what sort of pressure he'd be feeling. We do have, there it is, even that, yeah, look at that. So that's what's going to be in your mirrors right now, mate, as you're trying to focus on your points of braking and driving yourself. I always say to drivers sometimes as an engineer, mate, snap those mirrors off so they don't exist. Don't even bother looking behind. Just look forward.
Rob Williams is in chat going, I'm going John for the win.
You're not going to be a popular man in Canada if that's the case, but it is what it is. Here it is. Oh, look at the sweat. That must be sweat on the visor. Yeah. He's focused. No, would be. Oh, what a great camera angle there too.
You can see John look on the good try him on the outside. These guys are going to go at it. Guys,
they're going to go out for 20 minutes, mate, hopefully.
Completely. It's going to be a close one, Mr. Robert Williams, I believe. So we'll just have to keep an eye on this one as this battle materialises with about just under 20 minutes.
Is another battle?
Hanoi,
that's straight. Oh, somebody in the pit lane. Yep, there it is.
Yeah,
So
we knew he had one pit, didn't he? We had one more to go.
And has Kim had a win this season yet?
No. He was late coming to the league. He's only been here 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. It's going to be a good motivation booster, certainly coming into the league. So David Ralston's gone into the pit lane there. And we still have Christopher, I think, there. Oh, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Christopher in P5 has to make a pit stop as well, too, because I was looking at going, he's gained 11 places, but that's going to drop a few with a mandatory pit stop.
Still got one more going. This is the battle for, look at this, first and second of Kim and McCutchinson here.
So, yeah, that's a question for you guys out there in the chat as drivers. Do you like, as I've said this, do you like being the one that's chased or chasing? Some drivers have no, a cool, calm, collective having a car, right, feisty and they're filling their mirrors up all the time behind them. And other drivers don't like it, like to be the car that's behind, chasing the car down. I think it's a driver's, personal point of view. But and let us know in the chat how you think. There could even be a poll, couldn't it, that we could throw up? But what do you think there as a driver yourself?
I don't like being the chasing. I don't like being the chase. No, I prefer being the
prey or the predator.
The chaser. The chaser.
Yeah.
I'm the predator.
Yep.
I don't like being the prey in the front. No, because it just goes. I don't like it. I don't know about you. What about you? Oh, you don't really drive.
Well, I don't race. So, exactly, mate. But Hayden says chasing, but from the other league, I know what James likes. That's happened every time. Ooh, puns.
That's because he's coming at me about my little MX-5 journey in the league that I do with the MX-5s. So I always
There's an overtake opportunity here. He's going to have to commit to this, but around the outside. So if Kim can keep it cool and collective, we'll have the momentum here. But going into this turn, he's got to commit to the racing line here. You don't yield. Has covered off. A feisty Scotsman, but that's like William Wallace in your mirrors, mate, as you mentioned.
Yeah, he's got to
do it again and again.
I think, so that's what he's referring to is the fact that the MX-5 league I do, which you've covered a few times, I always end up defending because I make a flying start and then I park the bus in front of other people so they can't get through.
He's overtaken with Sheen as well.
Yeah, Sheen and
because we've got two very close battles at the moment. Now the director's right on the money here. You should be working for Formula One television.
Oh,
yep,
bang,
there it is.
That's Biggles. Clip that one, that's Biggles.
I didn't know. I was just following the match. I wasn't even talking about the driver there, but I was talking about our director saying he should be working for Formula One television network broadcasting because you're doing a better job than they ever done.
Well, you still technically cursed Stefan Sheen. So
you're trying to get that out of me.
No.
Hey, you're on too, my friend. You better careful. You got one to go.
So are you.
All right.
Yeah, so don't just go with me, mate. As McCutchinson and Kim still going at it, locked in at 16 minutes remaining.
Ooh. This is when it's sweaty, isn't it? This is where you've got absolute concentration levels because one little mistake. Just go a little bit off into the, I'm not going to mention it, go off a little bit of the grass out of that corner and it's gone pole-shaped. And you got to be doing that whilst you got a car in your mirrors, whilst you're got John up the road there looking at that car. And here's a replay of what happened to Mr. Stefan Sheen.
I don't think he was touched. He caught the curb. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the that's where you'll have Sharpies of everybody's name, I think, too. That's one of the corners, at least.
Yeah, the other one's down.
That was the final corner. Yeah. And he was a slow-moving car, and that's
after the Sheen incident.
Yeah.
Blue skip.
This is when you slide right out, but you hit that chicane, kept it.
Yeah, that was the wall we were talking about there. That was the wall of champions in the right-hand side.
Yeah, we have a new wall of champions here in Canada.
Yeah, it's definitely not the one at Villeneuve. It's here at Motorsports. Claimed a lot of the victims tonight from the REC. We've got Bramer in the pits, Plates in the pits, Truby's still in the pits. Truby's been in there for practically the whole race.
I hope he comes out eventually, at least for a lap or two.
I don't think he's going to get back out, mate. I think that's Jerry Truby. I think he's just sitting in the session being nosy. Could be working as a spotter for Damien G. Because
he's
they're
probably
both
sitting up at the VIP club having a couple of brews, sitting back in the air conditioner watching this race.
I like the decisive answer from Rob Williams in YouTube chat. Chasing gives focus, I think.
Oh. Yeah,
I think.
But it's also, as we saw with the, it was clipped earlier with the synchronized bins that happen because it's difficult, I say, because you got to be thinking about your own racing line here. But the problem is there's a car there. So as you see, and it happens with all drivers in all sports in real world as well, like, they go off and you tend to follow them off. So that's also very difficult, isn't it? It's you got to basically somehow just not imagine that the car's ahead of you. Because we see it all, we saw it earlier, like one car goes off, you go off as well too, because you're following the car, not the racing line.
See, I've done that myself.
Everybody's done that. I think it's a common thing.
Followed the car
it's all
off.
concentration, but absolute concentration levels right now, especially when you're at the levels like this. Now, if you take the alternative, and you can see he's done this a few times, but it's also a mind trick. It's a psychological warfare that you play with the driver, because the other driver then, aka Take Him at this point, has to sit there and go, oh, well, he's on the outside of his mirrors. Is he making an overtake? Is he trying for an overtake? And it throws Take Him's then points of where he's braking and where he's trying to approach that lap. So a lot of psychological involvement. We're looking at Graham Brown probably going out there.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a different place.
Only
than
just
most of
place.
Yeah. But that's good. Kept it out of the fence.
Yeah, he's back on track and running in 13th place there is Graham Brown. So good job from him.
This is where it becomes difficult, isn't it? I mean, because once we see with obviously endurance races in 24 hours, lap traffic comes to play now.
Yeah,
because that depends on how that driver is going to be out of the way or not, and will that throw your entry and exit out of shape? As Damon E, not Glee.
No, not Glee.
My apologies.
Well done to you.
G.
Chases down David Walters currently as this guy's going racing down into turn one. G there last time out 1:12.36. Walters on a 1:12.96. So G was 3/10 quicker and is making the gap, all trying to bring it down as they enter into the last 12.5 minutes. It's going to be tough for David.
We'll see if we can go back to the leaders as well too, because I want to see how this. Oh, there's a pit stop there from Marco.
I don't think he had a choice there. Sheen's crashed again, and did Marco Tolman, I believe, unless that's.
I want to see this lap traffic at the moment. This is going to be the key, I think. This is up to Take Him. Remember, he's got to hold off for another 12 minutes of Mr. John, and he's doing a solid job right now, but this is where it comes into play. And let's have a little replay of what happened there to Marco to cause the reason why he had to go in to visit the pit lane.
Outside curb in the wall. Outside curb in the wall.
Ah, there it is. That famous wall right there, of course.
Yeah, the wall of champions.
Keep your arms and legs inside the wall at all times, please.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, this
the
traffic.
Really showing up as well.
Oh, the traffic's moving across, so there it is. That's going to help. That's going to help Take Him, but will it help John? No, it won't. John's got held up a little bit here. A little bit, just a tiny bit. That's a little bit more breathing space now, isn't it, for Take Him?
Yeah, that's Bjartnes behind him. Christopher Bjartnes in 11th place. Alphonse Ruiz has been in an incident. Oh, poor Alphonse has not had a good night tonight. Up, let's call it now. Too deep in the 5 in the gravel. Too deep
He's
into
still running
five.
even P13, unlucky for some, but he's only lost one place, maybe two now. No, he had to back off and let those leaders through. Actually, that could have all gone pole shaped, couldn't it? If he spun about 3 seconds earlier. Ooh.
Last
It's always a shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Mate, shoulda, woulda, coulda, and lucky enough he's managed to keep it out there. It's not been a good night for some of these drivers. To see Tolman, I think he's out now, Marco Tolman.
I gotta go take him here if he can hold off, man. I mean, he qualified on pole.
You go and
he
take
didn't have
him.
the best launch there. He lost that place there, but he's grueled and just grinded his way back up here, and he's got a very, very quick Scotsman there, but he's holding him off. He's got to do it for 10 minutes. So what are we looking at? About 9 laps at best. And you know that John's going to be sizing him up. Once again, let's play that game here. John's towing the outside line. And all Kim needs to do here is just park it in the right place exactly. Make your car as wide as possible. Make it very difficult for the Scotsman to get around. And that's exactly what he's doing. Look at the exit speed he got there. A little bit more breathing space is working. But you also know that John has been studying him now for at least, 15 minutes. So John is knowing every little mistake that he's making. That's the problem, isn't it? When you're leading, you can't study the car behind you where they're making mistakes.
Yeah, G and Waters, though, they have been now brought the time down to about half a second. G's opportunity to make back up into 8th place. I don't think he's going to gain much further, though, unless there's another mistake from Sheen, because they're about 5 seconds up the road after this. But Damien G can have a good old go at Walters as they're coming down into turn 8. The fast right-hander before they'll dab the brake. Just get changed down the gears into turn 9. Change down again on the entry into 10. Second gear out, full throttle, and away we go from these guys here tonight at Motorsport. 9 minutes remaining, lap 66. About 8 laps. And Ty Kim and John McHutchinson still going at it.
The pressure is absolutely... You're sweating already, aren't you? You've been grueling out for 80 minutes already, 2 for now, and they've been at it, and there's really no point too much. I think most of these drivers have had too much of a gap. They've generally always had some sort of cars or some sort of to deal with. And I don't know, take him, mate. You've got to do it right now. You've got to believe in yourself that you can hold him off there and win this race, because you put the car on pole, you certainly got the pace. And you have the fans. You have the 5,000 screaming Canadians there cheering you on.
Only 5,000?
I think there's only be about 5,000 on this track, mate. Have you seen how many people in the grandstands? That's not a lot.
Mate, it's not a lot anyway, but David Waters has taken a diver off track, turn 5, into the gravel at the top of the hill.
Oh,
there we go. Poor David Waters. Did he manage to hold it on, though?
Mr. G is going to be like, thank you very much. I'll take that one.
Yeah, freebie from Damien G there. He's now moved back up into 8th, up 7 places. So Damien G's having a good night tonight. So there we go.
You can cut this tension with a knife right now.
Mate, look at the blank.
Oh.
You could literally blanket these two. It's just unbelievable. How
You
they're
need
still at
absolute
it.
concentration. Absolute concentration. Brilliant concentration. You put it this way, we've used up our casting curses. It's not going to happen anymore. You guys have got to go for it now.
Well, we've been responsible for 4, so, you know.
Look, there will be no casting curses available now because we're inside that last 10 minutes, so that's when casting curses do not apply in motor racing. Oh, different race. See, you can see that John's playing those mind games. He's trying to throw that car around, and you've obviously got headlights in the mirrors there from Take Him going, where is he, where is he? Hopefully he has a spotter maybe helping him out. Trying to call where he is. He's just got to keep parking that car what he's doing right now, making it very difficult for John to find any way around and hold it off for another 7 minutes and change. That's all it takes.
Any of these drivers in the chat will know 7 minutes is like an age.
Yeah, this is forever, especially in endurance race. And once again, this is the same thing that John's been trying, but I think Tay Kim's got it smart. Yeah, he's wised up to it, of course. He knows he's done that before, so he's making sure he's got back on the racing line. And it does compromise John's exit speed, but I think John actually got a better exit speed on here, and this could be a run. Oh, this is grueling, mate.
Yeah,
I hope you got the popcorn all heated up.
Oh, mate, I'm sat here as well, sweating out, and I'm not even in the car. I don't know what these guys are doing. But I tell you what, Ty Kim, John McHutchinson, the last 6 minutes are going to be absolutely relentless on each other. John's looking for the outside line of 8 to give him the inside of 9 to allow Kim to run out. That way he can try and make the outside of 10 work. His other option is got to get the inside of 8 to get the outside of 9 to get the inside into 10. If he can't do either of them because Ty Kim parks his car on the right-hand side, he hugs that curb. I tell you what, look at that. That is just unbelievable because there's a nasty little drain that runs at the beginning of this straight.
That's the thing, isn't it? You got to remember, if you're going to bluff, or if you're going to play your poker game here, you got to have a straight face here because, you know, every time you play a bluff at somebody, you know, he's called the bluff. Take him's calling the bluff. So if you're going to pull some magic tricks out there for John, I wouldn't be showing some of your hand so early. If you're gonna commit to you know, laying the cards down, you're gonna have to do it the right way because every single time you do play your cards at the moment, Ty Kim has him called out. I'm trying to put poker references into this. Trying.
Keep going, mate. Keep going. Doing a stellar job, mate. Ty Kim 111.97. John McHutchinson 112.17. So Kim was quicker. Kim keeps hugging that inside line straight away. As soon as he comes off, he cannot allow John to get up that inside line. He needs to get over that side of the track straight away because if he gives John that inside line, that run into 8, 9, and 10 is done because John will take the inside of 8, cover the outside of 9 off by running his car a little bit faster and taking the inside line of 10. That's it. It's
You're
done.
right. Once again, here we go. There's another one. But then John's gone actually a little bit onto the grass there, kicked up some dirt.
Yeah, there's no run for John at the moment with Ty driving as he is. Because if he keeps blocking him there, if he can hold him for the rest of this track, mate, he's not going to get through. And that last
Ty's looking for the fast forward button as quickly as possible here so he can cross the line and meet Barney.
Mate, he's got
for anybody else.
4.9 on the clock. It's got to be tough. So, look, if we drop down now, we're going round 2. Kim holds his own. Oh, where's he gone?
Net code.
There he is.
Thank God. Oh, thank God. Yeah, please don't have any problems with your internet right now.
Don't DC now, mate. But what he does do here is he drops down the hill into 4. He takes his normal line braking point onto 5. Up he goes, right to right. But what he doesn't do, and some people do this straight away, is he doesn't rush to the right-hand side. He takes the flow of the corner and then lets the car drift over to the inside when he sees John get close. There you go. He takes the inside.
That was a great exit. Yeah. Exactly. You called it. Perfect. And that's the driving he's been doing a whole lot for this man. And that's not an easy task.
No. And
he has to do it for another 3 minutes.
And I think the problem is some people, when they come out of a corner, instantly turn the wheel, which instantly slows their power down. Where Ty just lets it drift over gently. He doesn't turn sharply to scrub the speed off. He turns over slightly, and as he drifts across, it keeps his exit speed up. He takes the corner as he does. Oh, that's Lily.
Oh, he got me. I thought that was the other driver. We just switched over there.
No, Lily.
Yeah, Lily might. He should not. I don't think he'll lose that place because the driver's a little bit too far back on the 8 seconds and change. Yeah, but meanwhile, back up to that thrilling, absolutely, I don't know, pressure. You know what? You know what would be even more? I think I can't wait if we can hopefully speak to Ty Kim because, I mean, you know how it's great to win a race, right? But if you can win a race under this grueling pressure for so long, that's like an extra bonus, isn't it? You got to feel like amazing that you could do that under that severe pressure. Of course, it ain't over yet, but it feels even better. If he was like 8 seconds up the road and wins the race, that's you know, it's great to win a race, but you got to win this race under massive pressure right now. And that is, you should get a bonus point for that by itself.
Mr. Producer there, defending like James in an MX-5. Hey, mate, it don't matter where I defend or where I come. I'm still 8.
I think you finished the race.
Exactly. And if I finish, it's not like you're defending in a BMW in a Spa 24, though, is it, where you put it in the wall? So, you know, if we're going to talk about it, let's at least, you know, get it right.
Inter-wars battles going on, not just on track, but also in the chat.
Yeah, and he's forgetting I'm still in 8.
It's tight here. The different racing lines, and that's... this is not the tape, I think, at the moment that Kim or John want to be studying.
No, this is G and Sheen going at it here. So I'd like to point out I'm only 2 points away from 7th place. I'm still in 8th at the moment. And I've
Hey,
got
inside the top 10, mate.
exactly,
Pretty good.
and I got some quick drivers behind me. So for
Yeah.
producer,
Yeah.
Tyler.
For an old geezer as well, that's pretty good. I'm rubbing it insult to the wounds right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeping the young guns at bay, my friend.
Exactly, mate. I'm doing the job. That's all I need to do.
Okay, this could be very much John, sorry, not Mike. Mike's in P3. John's
lap.
last chance.
It's going to be the last lap.
Oh, you see a different approach there. Look at that. He didn't go the outside.
Yeah, but he left there because where Kim positioned his car, Kim almost gave him an inside, gave him at the inside line as we go across the last lap.
You get it right.
Yeah.
You got 40 seconds. Look at that. He got the fastest lap, but it doesn't matter, mate. You don't win the race. You get a point, but look at that.
Yeah, here we go now.
Well, it's Take He with a capital T, as that's going to be your race to win, my friend.
Taking the victory.
It's at home. Taking the victory. Oh, there you go.
There you go. We're all poets and we don't know it as we stay here with, joined us in. If you have joined us late, you've missed an absolute epic race with myself and Biggles in the booth. And,
I think we cut to an ad right now, mate, because this is the last lap, and that's it. He's made a mistake. I think that's definitely it. John might have just lost any chance of winning this race, but I'll still take a P2. Remember, that man started a little bit further back and has gained 8 places.
That's it.
But that, I have to say, that's it right now. Wow, Take Him must be like the biggest smile on his helmet right now. If we could, he'd be like, oh, I finally got a little bit of a breathing space on the last lap.
And that was gifted from John's mistake. That gifted win to Ty Kim.
Wow.
Ty Kim comes across the line. He is your REC champion. Winner of the race here in Motorsport. So there you go. An absolute stellar job from Ty Kim here in round 7. So
I think I just got my there you go. It might be sitting in front of a computer, my friend, but my heart rate was increased enough that I pretty much got my daily exercise right now. Watching that towards the end.
Yeah,
amazing.
I think both of us jumped up when he went in deep on the last lap because once he got in deep, he'd lost it. He'd lost it straight away.
I think he was just trying everything at that point. I mean, it could have gone even more pole-shaped. He could have put it straight in the fence. So he was lucky that he still got the P2. And I'll tell you what, I'll take the P2 gaining 8 positions. But, Take Him. I can't wait. Hopefully we get the chat to him because, wow, that pressure to hold it off towards the end there was absolutely amazing. In front of your home crowd, your home track. That's a win, win, and win. And guess what? What would you call that? Bingo.
Bingo. There you go, Biggles with his bingo there as well. David Rollison in 10th, Bjartnes in 11th. Brown, Capella have already finished. There was a lot of outs tonight. Ruiz, Tolman, Bramer, Place, old Canada, he says. Didn't go well for you, did it? So here is the overall standings tonight. After the race results, Ty Kim is in first by 0.6 of a second over John McHutchison. Mike Buson in 3rd, Eric Hanoi in 4th, Anders Liliorde 5th, Nia Gluskic 6th, Damien G in 7th, Stephen Sheen in 8th, David Walters in 9th, David Rollison in 10th, Bjartnes in 11th, Graham Brown in 12th, Sandra Capella 13th, the last of our runners. Below that, we've got Alphonse Ruiz 14th, Marco Tolman, Ivan Bramer, Stephen Place, David Tamira, Gary Truby, Daniele Cascado is your last one there. VR failure for him. Great broadcast, guys. I'm off to Phillip Island. Well, you enjoy that, Mr. Williams.
Everybody off to Phillip Island. Mate, wow, that's a long flight too. How long is it going to take you to get there?
It's the SR10 officials. I think they're racing at Phillip Island.
Ah.
So
I feel for Gary. He finished it in the pit lane as well too. He's still in the pit lane at the moment. 1 hour when he did pit lanes. Stephen Place as well too. And of course, Ivan Bramer. I was surprised he wasn't in the pit lane earlier after all those incidents that he had. But hey, you're still in it to win it, perhaps, and points are points. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So we're just going to chase down your top 3. We really want to work.
Yeah, well, give him a second, mate, because I'm sure they probably need to stretch and.
No, mate.
And just
no time.
Jump into a pool. Backflips into the Red Bull pool right now in Monaco is what you need to be doing to cool down.
Yeah, so we are saying about that. We're joined already by our very own
I made a cut. Well,
You made a mistake, John.
Yep.
sorry, sir.
That's
John's
all right,
with
don't
us,
worry,
right?
we caught you. Yeah, John's in the booth with us now. Congratulations on your second place.
Yeah, thanks.
You pulled out some pit stop magic again, out of nowhere. Confused us all in the broadcast, as you always seem to do every single week. And then, just to top it all off, you had an epic scrap with Ty Kim until the last lap at turn 5, where you overcooked it into the double right-hander.
Yeah, I nearly got a 1x from that, which would have ruined my race because I had 0 X's. That was good. No, it was a good race. I made a mess of qualifying. I got clipped in one of my laps and ruined it. So, and then a terrible start again. So come up the straight, I decided just to go into the pits and just do the quick stop. Hope for the best. It worked out all right.
We saw your start. You just bogged down a little bit and dropped a couple of places. Wasn't too bad. But why the early pit stop?
Because it was just going to be a draft fest. It wasn't going to be able to pass anyone. So I thought if I get in the track on my own, I'll be able to go faster myself.
And you did, because I remember looking at your times after you came out of the pit lane, you were starting setting fastest laps. I think late 11s where everybody else is doing mid 12s. And that helped you obviously claw your way all the way back into this race. Did you think at any point towards the end that you can get Ty Kim?
I was faster than him, but I couldn't get by him. No, there's no any mistakes.
Say that again, John. You literally cut out.
I said I was faster than him, but I couldn't get by him. There's only one place to pass, and that's at the end of the straight. And he defended it well. He drove well.
Yeah,
so fair play to Ty.
That's what we were talking about. You know, turn 1's risky. We saw that already with Stephen Sheen. Unfortunately, he ended up in a wall. Turn 2, there was a few people who tried too wide. That didn't work out. We had synchronized sliding off at one point. There's a clip, I believe, going around in the Discord, so you can have a see of them synchronizing. 3 and 4, don't even think about it. 5, unless you can get a good run up the hill, you're not going to make that move on the inside. We said it was going to be the straight of 8. And the only thing that Ty Kim did, which I thought was really good, is he got his exit out of 5 and he let the car drift across. And once he gets that inside line, there was just nothing there, John, was it? You couldn't do anything about it.
No, I almost got by him once. We were side by side, but I gave it up and I didn't want to crash and I didn't want to take Ty out either. So, no, good racing. It was good, fair racing.
Yeah, good racing all in all, mate, as well. And you joining us next week. Because it's going to be another interesting one next week. We've got Circuit Zolder in the endurance.
Oh, I like that. I like that track. Belgium. It's nice. Yeah, it's same again. There's really only 1, maybe 2 places to pass.
Yeah.
But it's a track where it's like this. You can make a lot of mistakes, and you just try and force guys in front of you to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Well done to you on your second place, mate. That still cements your place at the top of the championship. So well done, and we will catch you next week in Circuit Zolder.
Okay, thanks, James. Sorry for the wee sweary word.
That's all right, mate. Take care.
Bye.
Brilliant job, yeah.
So
and
there we go.
And that was Mr. John up 8 places there after he mentioned about his poor qualifying performance, but made it back in the race there and got the all-important second step on the podium.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, he's done an absolute stellar job. Now, we want to have a chat with this man, Mr. Mike Bousson, who Mike has joined us into the booth. Mike, how are you?
Very good, chaps. Yourselves?
Well, Mike, I'm a bit upset.
Oh, here we go.
I'm upset, Mike. And I'm upset because at one point, I thought I was going to see a Mike Bousson victory.
I'll be brutally honest, so did I, but I think I lost it all because I haven't practiced coming into pits. I'm assuming when I watch it back, it will be a lot of time lost slowly coming into the pits and putting too much fuel in. But pace-wise, I was happy. But
I thought you jumped out of the car and started selling autographs, and then you
realised
to get back in.
Well, it was a casual
You were signing one autograph, that's for sure, because I'm pretty sure James was expecting yours.
Bless him.
But overall, mate, you started P3, you ended P3. Yeah, go ahead, James.
So what do you think, Mike? Did you think you were going to get the victory?
Yeah, to be fair, I was, on pace-wise, I was happy. But I keep over-fueling, not practicing coming into pits. So these are things I need to deal with. To
You sound very disappointed in a P3, mate.
Yeah,
So it's podium's
you
podium.
don't sound happy, Mike. I've got to be honest, and that's not like you.
well, I didn't see. To be fair, I didn't even see John and his super tactics. They came from nowhere.
Yeah.
Forever.
Well, John basically decided that after lap 1 or 2, I think it was, that it was going to be a dry theft up the straight, and he wasn't going to be able to take over. So he did. Do you know he does the second? Normally he does the second really quick stop, doesn't he? He goes in, doesn't do anything, goes back out again. He actually did that the first time around. So he didn't take fuel, didn't take tyres, just went in, stopped, and off he went again. Ran to his tank with empty, and then did the John McHutchison 1 minute 10 pit stop, filled up, and went all the way through for about.
Enough about
seconds.
John.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving Mike tips.
Yeah, but Mike, that was it. I think you hit the nail on the coffin on that one, because you were battling it out with Ty, obviously. And I remember when you came into the pit stop and you came back out, you're out, and then Ty boxed and he came back out, and there was like a
30 seconds.
A huge gap. So that was it. One loss in the pit lane, I guess, really, for your race, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I was very cautious coming in because I didn't get a chance to practice it. So I was like poodling along as I came in. I was hoping to pull the gap back, but I felt like I was just matching it. So,
but 13 seconds.
Yeah. You must have felt like gut wrenched when you saw that time delta when you came out going, what's gone wrong? I'm going to fire some of my teammates.
Well, I see. I looked at it and I thought to myself, I'm not sure what strategy he's going for. So I was sort of a little bit adrift on my own, sort of, trying to keep to a certain delta time. And then, second pit stop, came out and seen John and him in front of me. I thought, there we go.
I'm sure that's not what you
But
thought,
at least,
but for keeping it under 18, you know what I mean? Cheers, Mike.
Yeah.
At least you'll be okay coming out of the track, of course, because the Canadians won here in Canada, so you're not going to get booed off the stage or anything like that. It's all sportsmanship. I hope you actually speak to Ty as well.
No, Ty unfortunately has got run off, so he's already messaged me just saying he can't make an interview.
Does he have any messages to say? Maybe we can relay. I mean, if he's,
no,
anyway,
he said he just said I got to run. No interviews, unfortunately.
Okay.
For him
He did run across the line first.
Yeah, exactly. He ran and went. So we're going into Circuit Zolder, Mike. What are we thinking next week?
Zolder.
Mike's
struggling to remember,
Mike's
but it probably isn't good.
Mike. I love it.
You need some Dutch courage, my friend, if you go to that track.
Yeah,
That's
mate.
it.
You gotta love
I'll have
it.
to put some I'll put some practice in.
Yeah, why don't
It'll be
you?
all right.
Yeah, but you know that track.
You better, because James is he can't retire from broadcasting until you get a win.
Yeah, come on, Mike.
Yeah, I
help me
feel
out.
like I'm letting you down a little bit, but I did have a win in that horrible SR10 this week, so I feel.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm on an upward trajectory. So.
Hey, mate, it's closer than I'm getting in the SR10. I've not even driven it this season. I just can't. I engine brake too much, and that thing doesn't engine brake, and then I end up stacking it, and then I can't adjust my line, and I can't. I just can't get it stopping.
All I'm hearing is excuses, James.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, mate. Excuses in no time, dude, because I hit the brake and the back end comes and joins me.
I just can't get
it
it
off.
off.
Casting while you're driving at the same time, mate, because you always seem
struggle to get it off the line, but
yeah, it's not good, Mike. I don't like it.
No.
No.
But we're gonna have to get to like it, unfortunately.
Well, no, you have to. I sit in the booth.
Well, there is that.
You know what I mean?
How's the championship standings at the moment too going? Now that Mike's obviously got a P3 here, we've got John getting a P2.
Well, John will be still leading. Obviously, they do the fastest laps and the lowest X's, so we generally bring up the championships at the beginning of each race. Because we wait for our wonderful Sandro to go and do his magic in the background, and then
I'm sure Sandro will be happy to make sure the camera was on Sandro. But Sandro did gain 4 positions and finished in P13. Unlucky for some, but
well, Mike, Mike, you should be up above David Waters and Stefan Sheen and Niad, so you should be up at least into 4th, I think.
Who have we got in the order?
So you've got John, Dennis, Eric, Nihad, Stefan, David, and then you. And as you finished above them, and there was only an 8-point gap to Nihad, who finished down in 6th, 3 places below you, there is a possibility that you could be in 4th. Depends on your incident counts as well, though, doesn't it? Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with Dennis on his holidays, let's help him a bit as well.
Yeah, good.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
I would imagine he's quite far up though, isn't he?
And Mike, would you mind signing the Wall of Champions?
Oh,
Everybody
yeah,
else here this
Mike.
evening? Because you didn't visit the Wall of Champions, did you, Mike, this evening?
No.
Everybody else did.
Mate, you should have
Oh.
seen the amount of people that ended up in that,
Yeah.
in that wall around turn 1 and turn 3. Oh, unfortunately, they were claimed. But there you go, Mike. Congratulations on your first place, mate. I think you got John waiting for you in the interview waiting
Yeah.
for him to carry on having
We're
a
gonna
chat.
debrief.
Yeah, you go and have a debrief, mate, and we'll catch you soon.
Thanks, guys. Speak to you soon.
There
Thank
we
you.
go. So
And that was Mike finishing in P3. You're right.
yeah, it was. Bless his little cotton socks. I do love a good old chinwag with Mike, but you know we do sit here and it's like two.
Bloody
Hey, mate,
British.
mate, it's like 2 people having a good old chat. I tell you, you know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah, I'm
one
like
of them
sitting at a
things.
local pub in the UK, sitting around having a brew, talking about our racing in
Hey.
the United Kingdom.
Look,
There
at
you
the end of the day, that is what it is, mate. That's how we do it here in the UK. If you don't like it, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Do you know what I
You
mean?
can race, mate, but you have to also head up to Scotland because there's also a pretty quick Scottish driver up there. And of course, hey,
No, he'll
you're in
drink,
Canada.
mate. He'll drink.
even
me in
quicker
from the
driver.
table. Yeah, definitely not. No, not heading up to John. It's just too late. Right, guys. So, you know what I mean? Right, let's switch over to the next
Quick,
screen.
I'll let you wrap it up. But I want to say a quick word there.
Go for it.
Fantastic production work there from Tyler in the background because Tyler was controlling those angles. And I don't know, mate. Tyler was reading my mind. I was like 2 seconds ahead of what he was going to say out of my mouth. He already had it covered. So thank you very much, Tyler. You did a brilliant job.
Yeah, so that was Tyler Oldham there in the background doing his thing for us. Absolutely stellar job tonight. But guys, that's it. That's all that's left for me to say is from myself, from Biggles, and from the legend that is Tyler Oldham in the background there. You all take care. Have a great week. And you never know. We might see you on the track sometime. Good night.